Konnichiwa minasan. Selamat Hari Raya. Raya sebulan dan selamat datang diucapkan untuk anda, kepada anda yang mengikuti sesi ini secara langsung dan juga anda yang menonton setelah live stream ini berakhir ke sesi kolaborasi STOMACHOFCHAOS.com bersama laman pop culture suka ramai Malaysia BuzzPopTV. Seperti biasa saya Kudo Maharizu dari laman blog STOMACHOFCHAOS.com bersama para panelis dari BuzzPop akan berceloteh malam ini tentang Mobile Suit Gundam, The Witch from Mercury, Kido Senshi Gundam, Suisei no Majo, musim kedua dan memberi reaksi serta ulasan episod 13 ke 17. Siri anime Mobile Suit Gundam Witch from Mercury ni disiarkan di laman streaming gundam.info secara percuma, Netflix dan Anyone Asia. So, bersama saya malam ini, kenapakah dia tak nak cakap? Okey, bersama saya malam ni untuk memberi ulasan adalah Gundam Gunpla Sensei BuzzPop Shazli American. How are you, man?
I'm doing well. Going towards the weekend sebenarnya kurang sihat. So macam, hari ni bedak, lemak. Nasiblah ada recover sikit kan.
Dan juga our other kira Gunpla Sensei ke Myra, how are you?
It has been a very chaotic weekend, so I think kita punya session is a nice way to end out my weekend with. So yeah, I'm looking forward to dengar you guys punya input lagi for the second round. I think this is the second round kan? Second round.
And we'd like to hear your input too. Dan juga peminat besar Suleta Mercury dari Kuala Lumpur. Easy Ali. Dia punya happy. How are you, man? Joking aside.
Bye, thank you.
Ya.
Dia nak belayang atuk.
Dia nak we need more light lah. I see torchlight ke apa. Apa yang kau pegang tu robot? Our Gunpla.
Atuk RX 78 tu.
Dia nak bagi tahu dia Federation.
I see. Anyway, seperti apa, untuk maklum anda yang belum pernah mengikuti sesi ulasan kami, perbincangan kami akan mengandungi spoilers yang berkait dengan episod-episod yang diulas. Dan juga pada anda yang menonton sesi ini setelah live stream ini berakhir, sila langgan kepada laman YouTube STOMACHOFCHAOS dan BuzzPopTV supaya anda tidak ketinggalan untuk menonton live stream kami. Yang kena tanda jangan lupa tanya yang like. Anyway, just before kita start, saya ingat nak memberi sekilas pandang for season 1, just to remind ourselves. I'll try to make it very quick. Biasa season 1 ialah cerita The Witch from Mercury ni melatarkan satu era di masa depan mana manusia telah menjelajah sistem suria dan manusia waktu itu dikenali sebagai Earthian, orang dari bumi, atau Spacian, orang yang kira duduk di angkasa lepas. Di era tu teknologi GUND, GUND, rekaan institut bernama GUNDAM digunakan untuk tujuan ketenteraan. Namun ianya memudaratkan juru mobile suit mengakibatkan segala format GUND kemudiannya diharamkan oleh lembaga pembangunan mobile suit yang terdiri dari syarikat pembikin mobile suit yang besar. So not everybody was using the GUND format, but so basically diorang nampak ada problem ni, diorang haram lah. So untuk menamatkan sebarang pembangunan teknologi GUND, seorang daripada ahli lembaga pembangunan mobile suit bernama Delling Rembrandt mengarahkan sebuah pusat kajian format GUND bernama Folk Vanguard dimusnahkan. Namun begitu, 2 orang berjaya melepaskan diri, Elnora Samaya dan anak kecilnya Eric. So, the setting of season 1 was 12 years after incident Folk Vanguard tadi. Kita diperkenalkan dengan watak utama bernama Suleta Mercury, seorang pelajar dari planet Utarit atau Mercury, dan mobile suit ni yang bernama Ariel yang memasuki sekolah teknologi Astikasia kepunyaan kumpulan Benerit, sebuah syarikat korporat besar. Di sini juga kita diperkenalkan dengan anak-anak kepada ahli korporat Spacian atau mereka yang ada kaitan dengan syarikat tertentu seperti our deuterogenist Mjolnir Rembrandt dari ayah dia chairman kepada kumpulan Benrit, Gail Jetuk, yang berkait dengan keluarga company keluarga Jetuk Heavy Machinery, Shadik Tenali, berkait dengan company Grassley dan Alan Keres yang berkait dengan Peel Technologies, dan juga sekumpulan pelajar dari bumi. Dia orang kat sekolah, dia orang macam sekolah kita juga, so divided by school houses. So dia punya house nama Earth House yang menjadi kawan kepada Suleta. Kita juga diperkenalkan dengan I think you guys told me that every Gundam IP tend to have a Char clone. So di sini bernama Prospera. So our Char clone untuk siri ni bernama Prospera, seorang wanita, CEO untuk company Shin A, yang sebenarnya Elnora Samaya, ibu kepada Suleta. So di sini musim 1 Wish from Mercury memperkenalkan kita dengan dunia persekolahan yang agak lain juga daripada cerita Gundam yang lain, because dia macam school centric, yang punya sistem duel atau gaduh macam dueling untuk menyelesaikan sebarang pertelingkahan. Tak merupakan juga konflik di antara syarikat atau struktur korporat yang boleh memenangkan satu atau pihak. So secara ringkas, the gist of the story, Suleta dalam sekolah ni pernah memenang acara dueling dengan melawan Guild, di mana kemenangan tersebut mengakibatkan Mjolnir Rembrandt tadi dijadikan bakal pasangan hidup untuk Suleta. Kemenangan Suleta dan Ariel ini juga mengakibatkan syak wasangka yang Ariel menggunakan teknologi gun. Musim 1 juga memaparkan beberapa lagi acara duel di antara Guel, Elan dan Suleta kerana sebab-sebab yang berbeza akibat dalang-dalang di belakang tabir yang terdiri dari syarikat-syarikat korporat yang saya sebut tadi. Mjolnir ini berjaya menubuhkan syarikat bernama GUNDAM Inc. Incorporated yang bertujuan membangunkan format gun untuk penggunaan perubatan, dan syarikat ini jalankan dari rumah Earth dekat sekolah dengan tujuan penubuhan adalah untuk melindungi Suleta sebenarnya. Seperti drama-drama mega holdings dengan apa-apa pergi meeting semua, kita juga banyak juga cerita-cerita korporat seperti watak Shadik Zainali cuba untuk membeli Gundam Inc dari Mjolnir, manakala di kalangan syarikat korporat Shadik membantu CEO yang ingin menghapuskan ayah kepada Mjolnir itu dealing dengan mengambil perkhidmatan kumpulan mercenary Dawn of Fall dari bumi. So musim 1 berakhir dengan pertembungan antara kumpulan mercenary ni Dawn of Fall dengan pihak dari kumpulan Benerit di sebuah facility di mana mereka develop mobile suits called Plant Quetta. Di waktu beberapa insiden berlaku di mana Gale terbunuh ayahnya Vim dengan tak sengaja, dan Suleta pula membunuh seorang ahli Dawn of Fall dengan kejam sekali, membuat jam dengan tangan sewaktu cuba untuk melindungi Mjolnir, dan beliau tak ada rasa remorse langsung. So cerita ni memang ended with a big shock lah. Macam mana pun it all ended up with the Dawn of Fall punya pihak retreated lah. So kita start lah kita dengan season 2 dan reaksi satu ayat dari you guys.
Kau perlu tarik nafas dulu ke?
Dia lambat sikit nafas tu. Okay, anyway. Right. Since you are the top, Mizi. Sat. Aku kena bagi aku punya reaksi satu ayat first, which is kali ni season 2 ni nampak macam banyak sikit fight lah compared dengan the slow burn for the first half of the season for season 1. Anyway, back to you.
Really? Banyak
More than aku rasa lebih lagi lah. Kau nak apa? Every 5 seconds is it? Macam Dragon Ball I didn't say that.
Yep. Okay. Apa kebiasaan Gundamnya yang dia format sebelum ni, dia we start with the UC, lepas tu macam dia buat yang alternate universe apa ni. So Earth Wish from
Post
Mercury,
disaster.
Post
disaster.
Apa yang macam-macam lah nama lah apa semula, tapi macam
ni Ad Stella kan.
Bertujuan untuk macam untuk orang yang tak mampu nak layan UC daripada 0079 sampai Charge Counter Attack, so dia buat satu tu macam dia maintain dengan design ke apa semua elemen, tapi buat cerita baru orang boleh get into it. So Wish for Mercury is about that lah. Walaupun macam-macam konsep dia try, macam G Gundam buat macam apa super robot punya team, ada yang macam Gundam Seed dia apa is actually retelling of the UC. 00 is actually retelling of the Wing, which is actually apa macam Zeta sikit-sikit. But antara Gundam TV seri alternate universe, satu benda yang apa core dia yang tak pernah lari, the plot is driven by the battle or how good the pilot is apa bawa Gundam. So always kita will see that pilot daripada awal dia apa sama ada pilot noob or pilot yang apa
Terror.
Apa yang terror macam apa 00 punya pilot dengan apa Mikazuki August boleh dikatakan terror juga. So but the conflict usually macam move forward or resolve through macam skill or how they perform in battle. So dia akan battle tu akan kebiasaannya setiap episod mesti ada battle sebab the plot move like that. Untuk selama ni semua Gundam aku layan dan Gundam aku suka ikut formula tu. So which for Mercury tak ikut formula tu, which is macam kau battle kau is like 2-3 episod satu battle, and sama ada menang or kalah macam like tidak macam implicate sangat apa yang jadi selepas tu. Satu because dia guna school setting, which is macam tak ada macam apa Gundam tu digunakan masa perang apa semua orang mati ke apa semua. So just macam apa habis pun apa jambul kau terpotong, tangan terpotong apa semua, and then dah menang apa semua. So tu bagi aku very hard to get used to. Masih apa susah nak get used to. Reason utamanya adalah my utter hatred towards Suleta. Susah sangat. Dah macam apa 2 season dah. Try okay, mungkin dia berubah apa semua, tak berubah. Anda dibenarkan mempunyai pendapat. Anda dibenarkan mempunyai pendapat.
Yang ni the hatred towards Suleta sampai episod current ke ataupun
yes, sampai sekarang. I thought
from day one, Myra, from day one.
I cannot lah. Okay. Sama.
Okay.
Sebab
ni reaksi satu ayat tau. So you've proven your point. We'll continue. We, as I said, you can go ad nauseum. It's all on you anyway, because people are watching. Okay. Ayat
penutup aku. Okay. So
okay. Silakan.
So isu aku yang season 1 tu yang aku sabar sampai habis, and then macam dapat bila dia buat apa teleport tu, aku ingat macam okay, something aku nak look forward tu kan. Tapi bila start tu macam dia tak continue that scene or that apa-apa semua. Dia just macam start balik ke sekolah, and then macam dia nak start satu konflik baru. So I mean mula-mula macam I dah macam masa mula-mula dia announce bahawa the protagonist is a woman, I tak necessarily rasa macam okay, maybe a new direction. I can get on board with that lah. But bila tunjuk macam this kind of personality tu, I tak boleh nak terima. Tak boleh terima because that kind of personality tak match dengan what I macam suka pasal Gundam. So bila dia even though kalau Suleta tu lelaki bersifat macam ni, I still have a massive problem.
Faham. Anyway, okay. Syaz, reaksi satu ayat.
I rasa macam The Witch for Mercury punya series ni, from the high that it hit at the end of the last season, now is macam naik turun balik. Because in the end, I think Murine is still the better protagonist antara the two co-protagonists.
Setuju.
Because she is well written tau. Suleta should have been the secondary character. And then Murine should have been someone who disebabkan terpaksa end up having to pilot the Gundam. Because Suleta ni is a puppet, dah jadi tak boleh nak control, so she has to pilot and whatnot. There would have been a better storyline lah. Sebab right now kalau you tengok, kau tak boleh nak kisah pun dengan ada orang mati, sama siapa yang kena KO kat sini, who's these people yang mati kat bumi. So macam like, who are these people? You tak sempat nak minat or learn about the characters, dah mati. And then the people that you thought is going to carry on in the political corporate punya drama, tak pasal-pasal pula mati. Macam like,
I think the world building dia tu problem sikit.
It could be dia punya the focus on the characters is not enough. There's too many characters all at once. And then you macam like, a lot of the things that they do end up being meaningless. Dia punya judul pun.
Can I just ask, siapa yang mati yang kau tengah cakap about ni?
Dia yang jetak tu lah.
Yang masa dia tangkap tu. Betul, yang masa dia dekat bumi tu lah.
Tapi tu bapak dia tu rasa macam compared to Darling Rembrandt or the other, or bapak Sadik Segaraga tu, aku rasa macam lebih menyerlah. Mungkin kalau nak apa-apa jadi pun diorang kot be the mover.
Tak, dia macam ni tau. Bapak gue mati tu kan macam kita terpijak semut. Ada semut. Oh no, dia sudah mati.
Tapi bukan tu pasal nak tengok dia how it affects his son tu.
Tahu, but that's the thing, you see.
Tak cukup masak.
Dia macam tak ada sebab for him to die. There's no build up for him to die. Dia kalau you compare dengan 0083, Lieutenant ke saja, Lieutenant kot, Burning, veteran dia. Right, he had a brilliant fight, and then ini spoilers lah, tapi tak apa lah, cerita dah 90s punya storyline. He just got out of finish a crazy fight. Dia punya mecha dah ada some problem. Dia ingat it should be no problem, takkan rosak lah. Then he just got into some further information of a major conspiracy plot, and then dia punya mecha meletup because of the malfunction that he did not take into account. So nampak tau that he as the mentor character who has been guiding the hero punya team, Uraki punya team at the start of the series, now as the protector and guardian dia dah mati, Ko has to step up. Sebab there's no other choice.
I mean, I'm not nitpicking. I'm not picking on you, Shaz. But okay, kau punya karakter yang mati, yang ada build up semua ni, dia penting gila from what you've described. Ini bapa one of the CEOs of 4 or 5 companies who katalah macam perempuan yang muka kena tarik, muka ketat tu kan, kat pill technology, one of them die, macam whatever. Aku rasa macam tu je. Because kalau katalah Darling Membran mati kena tikam bodoh macam tu, yes, aku agree. Because dia lebih penting because apa dia buat in the past when he did that massacre at
itulah Darling Membran episode 0 kau build up dia macam to be this big bad orang yang akan menentang Gundam apa-apa semua kan, but then dah jadi koma macam missing in action for like the season 2 punya. So dia jadi bila Daily Rembrandt tak ada kan, jadi macam the season 2 ni tak ada tujuan sangat ke mana nak pergi apa semua. Sebab satu lagi dalam siri-siri Gundam yang dulu kan, kau tahu dia actually macam mostly Gundam tu dia ada dekat atas spaceship ke apa semua, dan dia akan menuju kepada satu sama ada from kolonis ke Earth, koloni ke planet lain ke apa semua. So kau tahu ada satu perjalanan. So sekarang Wishmore Mercury ni kau tak perjelas dia nak pergi ke mana, apa pula. So dia duk fokus on the political intrigue, corporate intrigue yang belakang-belakang tu kan, but tak berapa macam flash out sangat.
Dia kalau contoh macam Bapak Joel kan, he want to make it a really tragic death. He was going out to find mana anak aku. Where's my son? Dia broadcast to all his team, please look for my son. Kita gaduh macam mana pun, he's still my son and everything. And kebetulan dia pakai a mecha, mungkin aku tak ingat dia pakai mecha yang serupa dengan enemy ke tak?
Tak, dia pakai mecha. Dia pakai mecha macam Gale punya yang earlier one, not the later one.
Zaman Katedra punya.
Deal Mangel
yang pakai enemy. Betul.
So that's the thing you see. His death could have been made more tragic. This one mati macam bapak aku.
Tak, kalau betul-betul nak tragic is macam bapak Gale tu yang selama ni asshole, tiba-tiba macam dia insaf ke apa semua, dia cuba macam buat baik, cari anak dia, tengok macam anak dia bunuh. That would be macam apa, gut wrenching.
Dia macam the points at the moment lah yang aku nampak kan, the points yang they should have more weight into it, tak they did not put enough weight. Benda-benda yang remeh, yang tak ada macam real plot or meat.
Yes.
Dia kalau meat and potatoes punya dish, dia lebih potato daripada meat.
Yes.
Mungkin meat datang because kita ada lagi 7 episode for this season.
Hopefully lah.
Kalau aku punya analogi is macam mi goreng yang apa terlampau banyak tauge.
Aku hantar balik kat tukang masak tu. Sorry.
Saya tak nak tauge, cik, bukan lebih tauge.
I ordered mihun goreng. Okay, have you got any more to say for reaksi satu ayat?
Lepas tu satu lagi, karakter yang aku macam tak boleh tahan selain pada Suleta is budak perempuan yang selalu duduk atas sofa dan menganjing orang yang lalu.
Ni. Siapa? Yang jadi yang paling recent punya ni komiti tu kan? Yang paling recent ni dia yang buat, dia jadi tu, dia jadi deal committee tu.
The Jetuk house, is it?
I don't bother to learn. Macam selalu ada tu.
Tak pasti. Dia selalu yang nak nganjing selalu Jetak tau. Siapa Gale, dia selalu macam nganjing dengan si Jetak. Gale. Dia macam senpai dia macam banyak komen lah actually. Padahal tapi dia yang the remaining one yang left dekat deal committee sekarang tu kan, yang tu kan.
Anyway, since you're on the screen now, let's hear your reaksi satu ayat.
Okay, my reaksi satu ayat is finally after episodes of yang first season tu, bila dia ended up with a quite tragedy jugalah, yang pasal tomato tu kan, yang pasal so for me finally bila dah sampai episod 1 macam dia lebih kepada kesinambungan daripada first season, tapi bila masuk episod 2 tu dia mention Quiet Zero and finally, and I'm like finally for me a promising something yang quite new compared to dengan sebab sebelum ni I've been waiting for something yang kan I baru tengok UC timeline which is Mobile Suit Gundam yang 0079, and then I watched IBO, and then baru nak start pergi Exia kan. Tapi for me bila dia mention pasal Quiet Zero, and I feel like finally something yang macam very much intriguing untuk we get into after the roller coaster of unnecessary ke ataupun like episode yang macam high school punya vibe public. It's just for me as a macam orang yang macam I still consider myself a noob lah dalam Gundam punya going into the series of this Gundam ni. Macam I feel like dia in trend je sebab the gap between 0079 dengan dulu-dulu punya, when I discuss with my parents, this is how it goes back in the 70s or 80s punya style drama, then bila I compare dengan yang sekarang punya, I feel like The Witch from Mercury ni dia relevant, dia nak stay relevant to the current anime punya style. So bila nak cakap okay finally bila dah going through all the macam bubbly punya episode, macam a little bit of drama, and then there's a menacing character juga in the background, I feel like finally we get into the Quiet Zero, and we finally going to understand apa maksud di sebalik end of credit for episode tu bila kita nampak macam ada tunnel. So kan sebelum ni macam nak cakap pasal Gundam mesti ada new type kan. Tapi ini bila kita cakap pasal Witch from Mercury, kita finally ada something new which kita ada similar to it, which is the Data Storm bukan. Data Storm ke? So yang similarly bila Data Storm kan. So bila kita ada something similar to new type, so tapi yang ni dia jadi instead of macam something yang is very quite hard to comprehend lah, the concept of new type for me. Tapi bila tengok cakap pasal Data Storm ni something yang kita boleh quantify. So I feel like now
new
it's starting to
new type ni macam The Force.
Permit score kan. Tapi
new type ni macam The Force.
The Force, okay. Tapi dia tak boleh nak, for me kita tak tak boleh nak quantify. Tapi Data Storm tu at least dia boleh quantify, ada benda yang, so I feel like we're finally getting like forging new path lah, orang akan cakap nak compare dengan siri-siri sebelum ni. Is that what I'm saying?
Just before we go on to the individual episodes, kepada penonton di rumah, just to delineate the panelists, Syaz dengan Mizi are pretty much hardcore because they have watched a lot of Gundam, so they know the lore more. As far compared to me, Myra is better than have more knowledge than I have. No, you really. Aku tengok IBO je. So I'm watching this as a person nak tengok cerita robot. Habis itu. So whether or not it looks like a previous incarnation from 1989, I don't have that thing in my head to make that comparison. So macam aku unfortunately orang yang macam tengok Star Wars, start tengok Force Awakens, tapi tak pernah tengok benda lain. Betul kata Ray power, Rise of Skywalker best film ever. So that's probably me lah. Because I don't have any tapi that's how it is lah. But for me macam mana juga, because aku rasa macam cerita ni tak habis. Kalau season 2 dah habis and we are where we are at the moment, I would take stock more of with regards to the complaints. And I'm still using the same excuse that at one point aku pun geram dengan Suleta ni but at the same time macam she's the way she is because it's not her fault. And it's the mother. The mother is a I really do not know where she's coming from. I mean, I know lah, she sounds very Machiavellian. Kalau dia boleh buat, okay, we're going to talk about that in episode one of the few, what she did with Eric. Itu macam itu anak sendiri tu.
Itu yang memang
nak revenge dekat orang yang destroyed her facility and obviously husband dia dan sebagainya. But I think we got a question from chat. Since anyway siapa Myra pun was alluding to it. Hai semua, dari Afif, Problemo. Masih tak berapa faham pasal data storm dan permit score. Harap para panelis boleh explain.
Me too.
Okay. Aku akan macam ni I'm like copying out. So I'm copying out by reading it from the apa benda tu?
Apa wiki?
Oh my god, yeah.
Apa benda?
10 paragraf ke?
Satu line je. Apa jadah ni? Permit is a mineral element from the stellar timeline. Okay,
I don't think so.
Yeah, well, this is from the Gundam wiki.
Gundam wiki, okay.
Okay, aku punya understanding is this, because macam the pilots bila dia orang guna the gun format, how much they integrate dengan dia punya mobile suit depends on the score. The higher the score, the more exposure to data storms, which are those either blue lines for Suleta or orange lines for everybody else. So to answer both question, the data storm, so maknanya kalau permit 4 tu maknanya kalau lepas ni kau mati lah, because that's, your body can take so much. The only difference why Suleta tak boleh mati ni pada pandangan saya is because yalah, as I said, perbincangan ni mengandungi spoilers. It's gonna be 2 episodes after this.
Yes.
Ariel tu sebenarnya kakak dia. So kakak dia boleh macam kau boleh naik lah permit score kau tapi kau tak akan mati because you're my
Sebab
sister.
yang control bukannya
ada
bukannya dia.
teori lain dia kata clone.
Tapi itulah clone ke apa kita tak tahu lagi because kita ada lagi 7 episod nak tahu siapakah Eric dengan
let me try. Since kita tak ada official punya definition. Okay. So in each iteration Gundam, even macam bila kita cakap mecha kan, especially real robots genre punya mecha, there's always macam sebagai plot device yang macam mecha ni adalah sesuatu yang susah sangat nak pilot. Dia kena invent ways that macam nak explain kenapa certain individuals can pilot mecha secara terror lah. So dalam the UC timeline dia benda ni disebabkan pasal new type tu. Kalau dalam Gundam Seed is because macam dia coordinator yang macam genetically engineered kononnya lah. But why orang biasa eventually boleh pilot tu because bila dia buat Gundam tu kira Yamato programkan OS Gundam tu supaya macam senang untuk orang biasa operate, and then this OS being copied by the Earth Federation apa semua, so sebab tu semua orang dah dapat Gundam. IBO dia pakai sistem Alia Vagina tu. Sorry.
Vijnana.
Nada.
Alaya Vijnana. Kalau nak sebut ikut direct lah.
Okay, sorry.
Bro.
Aku lupa dah buat R15. Sabar.
Dia kalau double O because the innovator punya tu, and then which is macam yang dia orang saja specialize yang boleh bawa tu. So kali ni the plot device is the permit score and the data storm sendiri lah. So whatever it is, macam kalau kita nak faham benda tu, dia tak properly explain lagi semua. Yet lah. But just take it as macam satu benda yang you nak kena overcome kalau macam nak pilot the Gundam. So I think untuk case ni, I think it's about like macam Gundam ni somehow macam you boleh your punya brainwave link to the mobile suit, but bila link tu dia kalau terlebih jadi brain you akan effect something semua lah. So the point of Ariel ni because macam the Airy tu duduk dalam Gundam itself tu, so it has taken the function lain yang susah nak perform kalau macam kau seorang yang kena control semua benda. So kau just control benda-benda basic saja, yang benda susah-susah nak control the beats yang terbang sini-sini tu Airy yang dalam tu yang buat. Kau ambil contoh Mac benda lain Jaeger dalam Pacific Rim tu, kenapa perlu ada dua orang nak control?
Yes, kiri dan kanannya.
Syaf nak tambah?
Just kena tambah apa yang Mizi mention tu lah. Basically kalau kita tengok dia punya data storm ni is the fact that sekarang nowadays orang dah boleh faham konsep-konsep pasal fiber optics, data transfer and so on. So when you imply that it's a whole data storm, they are trying to ground it dalam kita punya reality, that there is to manage all these equipments and everything at a higher level, termasuk controlling all the unmanned bits and units semua ni. It requires a lot of complex calculations. So when they link to their mind atau kepala and so on, that is how high they can go, is how much they can tolerate the calculation in the head. So when there's too much data, most likely kepala dia orang literally hangus lah. But here's the thing, this is where dia punya interesting part. where they link dengan Eri dengan Suleta ni is because they were Mercurians. So being closer to the sun itself as a planet might make them evolve differently as children. So dia orang punya otak tu mungkin develop differently. Kalau kita tengok in current world pun, kalau you pergi outer space as an adult for a long period of time, you will have different changes to your body structure and everything lah.
Satu lagi gravity.
Gravity rendah and all that. So most likely Eri is one of those unique people who mutated in such a way that dia punya otak sangat senang nak manage all this data punya ni.
In fact, benda ni is this thing is the whole plot point of Gundam Unicorn sebenarnya.
Myra, you want to add to the, as a final person, to add to the answer? Speculation.
Apa soalan dia tadi? Dia confused pasal data storm tu kan?
Dia tak faham konsep data storm dengan permit score je.
For me,
what do you understand by the permit score system and the data storm?
For me sebab dah nampak yang Quiet Zero tu kan. So I just to cope with the whole yang kita tak faham sekarang. Kak Myra tak fokus tengok TV ke tu? Bukan. Angle, sorry. Okay, for me, sebab saya nak cope with the whole yang tak faham tu, I just put, now that I've seen that, now that I have a visual of apa nama dia tadi, Quiet Zero tu kan, ada nampak macam tunnel dekat at the end of first episode kan. Masa yang Lady Prospera tu dia mention dengan Miori ni pasal project Quiet Zero tu yang bapak dia yang design dengan mak dia sekali. So for me bila dah nampak tu, I just put inside my brain is that I feel like the data storm, the dense data storm tu yang dia letak dalam the whole thing, like the whole data storm yang dia ada tu dalam Quiet Zero. So Quiet Zero tu dia link dengan, I'm just gonna assume that as contoh lah Astikasia kan, dia macam satu site, macam kalau dalam IBO dia pakai block, kalau dalam masuk Gundam dia pakai site 7 kan, site kan. So they are linked to one each other. So the reason kenapa data storm tu dia imperative dalam cerita ni, dia dijadikan plot device. So for me, I just understood that okay, data storm ada dalam Quiet Zero. So kalau Quiet Zero tu dapat kena control oleh Deling, so dia nak rewrite balik history tu kan, macam yang mak dia cakap, macam Lady Prospera cakap. So I'm just going to assume that at this point, how do I understand this? Deling perlukan Ariel untuk jadi tools, untuk jadi fuse nak control Quiet Zero tu. So cara nak faham, data storm is something yang kita boleh calculate lah. So Ariel tu dah boleh, bukan Ariel, Ari dah jadi
I want to stop you there because for episode 14, episode 13, I need somebody to talk about Quiet Zero. So can we just go on to the next segment, and then I'm going to start with you, okay? And then everybody else can join in.
Cool.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
Okay, kita sekarang ke episode yang pertama dalam episode 13 dalam season ni, which is called Envoys from the Earth. Saya ada dua soalan untuk panelis, tapi since Myra tengah cakap banyak pasal Quiet Zero, soalan nombor 2 ni saya nak kemukakan dulu, which is apakah anda faham dengan project Quiet Zero? If you can give us a quick introduction of what you understand by this Quiet Zero thing, and then kind of recap balik quickly what you were talking about with how Suleta and Eri and Ariel fit in this whole equation.
Okay. I'm just gonna repeat what I said lah. Okay. So like I said at the end of the first episode, okay, yang sebab macam saya cakap tadi, daripada first season tu punya episode sampailah first episode of the second season, dia macam jadi, dia macam cerita, dia tak banyak sangat yang something yang I take interest lah. Tapi bila dah sampai yang part Quiet Zero tu, finally we have something yang boleh nak cakap yang differentiate this series from previous series of Gundam punya IP
what
kan.
exactly is this Quiet Zero thing then?
So Quiet Zero macam saya cakap tadi, yang tunnel dekat at the end of the first episode tu, that tunnel dia macam, if you guys have seen cerita Eagle Eyes ke, siapa Shia LaBeouf berlakon kan, so they have this so dia ada satu tempat dia macam database, so it's a database.
Was that, aku tak ingat, so ada tunnel dalam in We from Mercury.
Yeah, so dekat
where was it? Was it on the Pelan Kereta? I have to look at it again.
So at the end of the first episode, there's masa yang Lady Prospera tengah explain dengan Miori ni pasal I want you to take over the Quiet Zero. It's a project, you know, by your dad or something. But tapi sekarang sebab bapak dia dah tengah koma, Darling Rembrandt tengah koma. So dia tengah koma, so dia tak boleh nak continue kan project Quiet Zero tu. So bila sekarang Miori ni dia nak take over, so ada macam orang kata vested interest lah dekat situ, kenapa Prospera nak dia continue kan. So bila nampak tunnel tu, I feel like finally macam new type kan dia, aku tak boleh nak macam imagine sangat tau nampak macam stars going in, but tapi bila nampak there's a tunnel with the ni, and then there's a circling thing, it's like a tunnel, so it's a database. So bila someone can take over that database, so dia akan rewrite history. So that's why I said I have this, I just gonna assume that macam contoh lah Astikasia kan, macam dalam Mobile Suit Gundam kita ada Site 7, kita dalam IBO kita ada block, like economy blocks and whatever, ada yang food planting blocks. So macam dia akan link dengan all this island or like blocks, macam Astikasia school tu satu tempat and dia akan link semua, so dia akan condition the place, so people akan perceive. So macam that's why kenapa Darling Rembrandt desperate tau nak rewrite history. So at that point,
how is he rewriting history? Like time travel or
tak, dia macam
sebab you mean like correcting the wrongs of the past?
Yes, sebab
physically or metaphorically?
I would say I don't know how that goes yet. Cumanya macam bila dia take control over the Quiet Zero, means that dia ada macam, kalau tengok macam kalau kita kan consume by media kan, so kita just percaya apa yang media sampaikan. Sama juga I think the same concept applies to kalau Darling Rembrandt dapat rewrite the history through Quiet Zero, so all the data dia yang pegang, dia yang control, that's why dia nak take over. Memang dia nak macam nak take over the whole, bukan saja macam the Beneric group lah kiranya. Macam kan apa lagi yang cakap tadi yang pasal Quiet Zero ni, tapi at this point dia tak boleh nak control Quiet Zero tu. So that's why at the beginning of the season 1 tu kan nampak kenapa Lady Prospera ni macam dia okay je, kau ambil lah data pasal Ariel. Ariel bukan Gundam. Dia nak macam is part of parallel dengan dia punya revenge. Dia cakap kau dah bunuh husband aku. Spoiler alert lah, siapa yang tak boleh tengok, tak tengok lagi. Tapi kau dah bunuh husband aku. Sekarang ni aku nak gunakan anak aku ni yang aku dah transfer jadi data storm, you know. So nak fit dengan dia. So macam something yang Darling desperately nak tau. Yang in need tau. Supaya dia nak completekan Quiet Zero dia tu. I think the mom also died. The wife also died due to completion of Quiet Zero juga. That's why macam ngam sangat lah. Tapi at the same time it's quite cool for Miori ni to receive this kind of information sebab she might find out what happened to her mom. So so there's a whole new thing to explore about this Quiet Zero. That's why I said finally we have something yang like the true plot device lah, I would say.
Okay.
Like
Shaz, have you got any opinions on this Quiet Zero project?
Yeah. Firstly, orang Jepun ni dia orang suka bagi nama yang pelik, tapi when you look at dia orang punya naming convention, there is some logic to it. So kalau I would try to think in a very broken English way, Quiet Zero is at the starting point, and Quiet is the end of all warfare, which is what Prospera has been repeating all this time lah. But the end of the warfare is for, I would imagine, for Eri to fully link into the core of the data storm that links all of these mecha, basically the internet highway lah. So then she will be able to fully control all machine of war, and started also Prospera as the mother. We have absolute control. So nanti we are going to see the backstabbing of Miorine. Kita akan tengok most likely Darling akan mati lah, sebab itu memang stepping stone je pun for Prospera. But that is when Miorine akan menangis, cari balik Suleta, Guel akan jadi hero, but they realise it was a backstab all along. But in the end, they are going to reach some form of control with Eri at the center, and she will be able to control all of the machines that have any connection with the Gundam punya format.
That's why this is linked to the what I said as kenapa perlunya Ariel dalam cerita ni untuk link between apa tu Quiet Zero, kenapa dia diperlukan, kenapa dia essence dalam cerita ni. Sebab the way that I see it kan, kalau dulu-dulu punya, nak compare dengan dulu-dulu punya series kan, dia macam terus apparent tau. Okay, macam contoh apa ni, Zabi lawan ni, tapi yang menacing the whole thing, if you tengok origin kan, dia macam cerita pasal kenapa sebenarnya siapa Shah punya identiti apa semua. Tapi bila tengok yang sekarang ni, benda tu yang kena macam push back, apa pun macam dia yang benda-benda yang macam nampak trivial kan, dia kena centered kau. So bila tengok kan, so I feel like that lah kalau macam I tengok compare dulu dengan sekarang punya series. So macam satu lagi yang pasal apa tadi, I feel like macam semua orang tahu, macam dulu-dulu punya nak cakap tau, dulu-dulu Gundam dulu punya kita tak tahu this side ada apa, this side ada apa. Earth Federation ada RX 782, it was like a secret plan kan. Tapi yang ni Gundam semua, like because of due to what happened yang in the past tu, semua orang tahu Gundam is no. Diorang ada this certain guideline diorang kena follow. Semua orang nak ada vetted, nak vet apa tu Ariel semua. Tapi macam yang nak cakap, outside of that kan, diorang macam nak, diorang tahu benda, diorang tahu yang the weapon is all about, tapi sebenarnya diorang nak sebenarnya nak dominate the business je. Macam so I pun macam tak tahu, dia dulu macam nampak sangat apa yang the weapons and everything. Sekarang ni benda tu kena push back lah, I said. Dia tak jadi main cerita. That's why I totally understand, I relate lah dengan Mizi dengan Syaz punya frustration, sebab kalau dulu nampak, sekarang tak nampak. Banyak drama.
Nak tambah something definition. Kau tengok Ari, dia namakan Mecha Ariel, and then the word Ariel itself adalah something in British is a noun, a rod, wire or other structure by which signals are transmitted or received as part of a radio or television transmission or receiving system. So who is to say that Japan punya style of naming things is an Ariel is going to broadcast all of the high-end data storm and the highest permit score punya values, so that it's going to take over all the other mecha.
So imagine kalau Ariel tu jadi fuse, dia fuse dengan Quiet Zero. So dia akan broadcast, dia akan rewrite the history, you guys. Sebenarnya macam ni, so the ugliness of Daryl Membran dulu nampak lah, come to light. Itulah sebenarnya kan yang Prospera nak kan, isn't it? So that's why Ariel ni akan jadi, so dia berbalik kepada Gundam punya IP lah, Tools of War, which is Gundam, which is Ariel. So dia inline jugalah dengan apa yang Sunrise nak lah, I would say.
Mizi, you have anything to add? Hello?
Mute.
You're mute.
Mute.
Aku boleh unmute dia.
Boleh.
I try unmuting, tak dapat.
Mungkin dia mute from his side.
Can you unmute yourself, Mizi? Your mic isn't connected, they say.
Dah.
Okay,
Dengar?
nice one. Yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
I have a
Federation.
slightly different take on apa ini Quiet Zero. But so far, currently macam apa yang dikonfirmkan dengan apa tadi pergi baca Gundam Wiki, dia kata is something that akan end wars, but kita tak tahu how apa-apa semua tu kan. So for me, my would be apa teori Brazil as we call it. Quiet Zero ni kalau is something kalau yang macam Myra kata berkaitan dengan database, yes, I think there's some truth in it. Ada saya dulu ada tengok, if you guys pernah tengok tak Ghost in the Shell?
Yes.
So meja apa Motoko Kusanagi. So cerita tu is about macam like artificial intelligence, apa dia apa badan robot tapi soul manusia, something like that. And macam apa the plot point is macam machine cuba take over untuk macam menyatukan semua consciousness, something like that. It was ahead of its time. But recently there's a animated show called Pantheon yang memperkenalkan konsep uploaded intelligence, which is separate than artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence is about creating intelligence from scratch. Apa you type apa algorithm apa semua, they learn and then dia jadi makin pandai. So that is macam yang cerita Eagle Eyes tu, tiba-tiba dia jadi terlampau pandai pula nak mengantur dunia. But uploaded intelligence is macam if your brain waves, your brain can be macam digitalized and masuk dalam net, so you can have your personality, your memories, your intelligence, your thought process, everything without the bound of a physical body. So macam you can hidup selama-lamanya as long as the server you tu hidup lah. So for apa, I speculate that macam Quiet Zero ni, Daily Rembrandt kalau dia kata untuk mengakhiri perang. Kenapa perang ni wujud? Because apa tema Gundam ni nak cerita asal-asal Universal Century ni, dia mula the Universal Century 001 tu dia bermula bila macam apa dia nak selesaikan masalah overpopulation kat Earth, overpopulation, pollution semua. Sebab tu dia buat koloni. So lepas tu dia hantar orang kat angkasa lepas hidup dalam artificial punya tu supaya macam hidup macam tu, so bumi tu tak overcrowded lah. But buat macam tu pun manusia still berperang. So maju start apa kau bila ada kemajuan dan teknologi banyak mana pun manusia still berperang. So why manusia berperang? Because our greed tak pernah cukup, and our greed is related to our physical body. Sebab kita perlu makan, kita perlu berkawan, kita perlu mengawan. So always benda-benda tu resource yang finite dan tak cukup.
I see what you did there. Anyway.
aku buat tak dengar je.
But what Daily Rembrandt ni kalau I think speculate dia nak mengakhirkan perang. What if you can digitalize everybody, masuk dalam database dan hidup dalam dunia cyber, alam apa semua without the need of a physical body. So you would have a syurga for everybody. So if kalau we would rely less on our physical body, jadi macam makin kurang lah perang. Sebab apa, resource is infinite. You are just macam perlukan server untuk power sampai bila-bila saja.
Hala server kau crash.
And then that's why
pula.
That's why they need the Gundam technology ni.
Hello IT. Minggu depan bang.
So in a way that dia nak create satu dunia macam Matrix lah. Semua orang bermimpi je.
Okay, interestingly I went to, selama aku duk buat bedah kan, this wiki fandom, they tend to be very very good. And I just wonder if this is a reflection of how things are still not well explained. We've only got one line from Gundam Wiki with regards to what it is. Yeah, so basically, I can see why Maria was saying, but I think what he meant was rewrite the world into one without war. I don't think he meant rewrite what was in the past. Basically, dunia ni selalu ada war. He wants to change everything so that dunia ni tak ada war. So personally, I don't think it's nothing to do with the past lah, but basically just change what it is. But in what format, you know, whether he's going to create a matrix like world ke apa, it's a bit difficult to tell at the moment because at the moment nampak macam semua bendanya related to the Gundam, and then Prospera pun pernah cakap, dia kata nanti dia nak extract Eric using Quiet Zero. So how is that going to work? Yeah.
But
so actually
itulah the thing is macam my main problem is itulah macam kau tengok wiki dia pun satu ayat tak apa.
Yeah, because so it's not the wiki's problem. I think like your frustrations, which is like where's the story going? Because we've done second season already, we can't really see much. So I would agree with that point lah. Aku actually soalan satu untuk episod ni, probably just basically ni observation from me as among the four of us, the noobers of all lah. Yang as much as shenanigans dalam cerita Witch from Mercury ni very megah holdings. You know, drama pukul 7 as opposed to, you know, like in fact macam IBO pun dia bukannya planet lawan planet sangat. Dia ada mega holding jugalah, tapi because it's all based on economic power. Tapi I've not seen the other one, so whether or not it's going to be colony from this part nak lawan dengan colony from that part for other reasons.
The thing is IBO the writers make us care yang kesusahan budak-budak ni, wilayah Swiss ni.
Yeah. So at the moment we can't really see because lah budak-budak ni banyak, as we say, spoiled kids from, you know, bapak semua loaded. Tapi whatever it is, whether or not, I mean, walaupun Witch from Mercury tak memaparkan konsep pertelingkahan antara puak-puak atau planet di solar system, adakah anda rasa the political intrigue may be at the corporate level instead of interplanetary level is pretty much similar anyway, compared to any other previous Gundam IPs? Anybody want to quickly answer that? Because at least we can go on to episode 14 apa ni. Tak, kau rasa memanglah tak sama because it's cooperation, tapi adalah juga similarity at some point, do you think?
Ada, but that's why I iterate my point of world building which Mercury ni sangat lemah sebab the premise is good, especially bila episod Guel Jetok duduk dekat Earth tu kan. There's some shit is happening on Earth which I really interested, apa jadi dunia ekonomi Earth ni semua sampai teruk macam tu. Kalau katakan because yang tadi kita kata Project Quiet Zero kenapa ditubuhkan, because Guel nak dunia tanpa perang kan. What war? Kau tak nampak sangat apa
the war.
So susah nak you nak sympathize you nak rasa you nak get invested for this project because macam what's the point, tengok aman je, biasalah teroris sana sini semua macam dunia kita sekarang. As opposed to macam dunia zaman World War II, ada Hitler, ada semua. So story lagi best dekat situ. Lagi sekarang boleh best, tapi you have to make me care or what's being happening dalam dunia Witch from Mercury ni. So setakat ni bila you tunjuk sikit, lepas tu you kembali pada sekolah, tanam tomato. Kau tunjuk sikit ke projek lain, lepas tu kembali kau ada tanam tomato.
Syaz,
in all of the political intrigue and drama dalam semua anime Gundam ni, it always menyusahkan the hero and dia punya rakan-rakan. Daripada the original UC and dia punya political intrigue tu tak semestinya the villain kadang-kadang from their own hero punya federation pun selalu menyusahkan dia. But here's the thing, you can see who is the political faction. You can see dia menyusahkan the hero punya team despite all their efforts, and the hero end up overcoming the political intrigue and becoming the saviors regardless. Dalam cerita Wish for Mercury ni, dia punya political punya intrigue, in this case is corporate punya warfare lah. It is not solidified. Banyak sangat faction yang tak ada function. Oh, kita ni muka ketat. Oh, kita ni geng sini. Oh, kita geng sini. But you tak ada function. Oh, kita ramai-ramai, kita akan beli, kita akan invest dalam benda ni. Then what happen? Nothing.
Dia macam, I perasan kan, kalau dulu-dulu punya dalam macam contoh Mobile Suit Gundam kan, 0079 kan, kita ada macam political intrigue tu macam ada project V kan, project 5. So, nak cakap pasal RX 782 tau. So kita tahu, kita fokus dengan dia and then how it's being used as a plot device throughout the series. Macam dalam IBO kan, ada Hashmal tau. How it's being used by Galileo ke? Bukan. Siapa? Maki.
Hashmal yang
yang Hashmal tu yang yang besar tu. So how dia punya existence tu being used by dia ni sebab dia nak take over. Dia ada something tau. Tapi Wish for Mercury ni belum ada lagi. So
tak nampak.
That's why macam tak nampak lagi. So tak ada benda yang apa
benda 2 season dah tak nampak lagi ni.
That's why that's why dia different lah, I would say.
Dia punya super conglomerate tak ada function. Dia punya inter-corporate warfare tak ada function. Dia punya duels tak ada weight, tak ada value.
Tak ada goal lah. Macam dalam IBO nampak tak goal diorang nak pergi kan.
Contoh. Let's say one you show that the duels carry weight tau. Tiba-tiba geng Jetak ni dia dicabar oleh a different faction. And dia ni like Selatan kata, apa benda tu? What are they fighting for? Or we're fighting to gain possession of all and all your records and all your research of your your new suit. So when you do that kind of thing, and then tiba-tiba Jetak kalah because of orang sabotage kat belakang. So then you know, this is horrible, man. The duel can be used to do a lot of things. Ini duel untuk benda-benda yang remeh, tak ada berkaitan. Saya nak buat
bak kata syadik lah, bak kata syadik. Girls.
Duel dekat sekolah dia untuk ni apa AJK Dobi nak korang baju boleh 5 bukan 3. Kalau kau menang baju 5. Kalau
dan
kalah,
ironinya benda ni actually dalam cerita tu sendiri dah kena nganjing kan oleh 2 orang Earth tu. Apa ni kau main-main kita bawa Gundam untuk bunuh orang.
Anyway, let's just go to the chat and then we can move on to episode 15. Footproof data ada jasad macam Thierry RD Gundam anybody can allude to that? I have no idea what that is.
Okay, Thierry RD character from Gundam 00 is an artificial construct such that dia ada link with a super database. Apa nama database tu aku tak ingat lah. Bedah. But anyway, benda ni has not been fully defined. Adakah Eri is a copy inside Ariel, or is Eri still a physical kid in some tube somewhere tak membesar and data semua masuk kat otak dia, or is she like literally you boleh cari dalam, kalau you explode or you buka the entire Ariel, you boleh dapat Eri kat dalam tu.
Ada tu.
Dia tak define lagi. That one kita tak sure lagi lah. But I suspect that she is physically available somewhere. That is why the Ariel is so important, which is quite scary lah.
For me, I feel like Eri dia macam Ain Dalton dalam IBO. Dia punya brain yang damage tu kan daripada battle dengan lawan. So Ain Dalton kan. So dia punya brain kan dengan sistem araya Vijnana dia tu. So that's why sebab macam Vida Galileo lah, which is Vidar, dia infuse dalam Gundam Vidar kan. So dia jadi araya Vijnana type E. Kalau tak silap So dia jadi separate system. So that's why macam yang siapa cakap tadi, Mizi kan yang cakap yang apa, dia jadi dia handle yang heavy. So Leta tinggal macam nak macam yang nampak visual, tapi bila nak cakap pasal mechanical, dia nak angkat berat ke, nak lawan orang ke, so biar Airy yang control dengan 11 gun beat dia, macam ada 11 Airy, mini Airy juga kat situ. So I feel dia macam tu lah. I'm not sure it's physical anymore. That's why kalau dia masih ada physical pun takkan reaksi bell dalam yang dari bell teknologi tu macam nak muntah kan. Macam through that understanding pun bila nampak kat situ Airy dah jadi bukan ada, tak ada physical lah. Macam tu.
Okay, next ada comment from chat was from category The Great. Dia kata, kenapa orang Mercury kena buru dengan orang bumi dan dibunuh? I just wonder if you're referring to episode 0. Masa tu dia orang tak duduk Mercury lagi, but
bukan.
But because that's the only bit in the series thus far yang ada orang bumi. Oh sorry, kena buru dengan orang bumi. Oh, probably you mean the Dawn of Fall. Because yang tu we're gonna talk about that later because ada sebab dia. We're gonna talk about later. Bukan tak nak jawab, saya ada soalan untuk tu. So kategori kita tunggu kejap ya. Afif Problemaga, thank you for the explanation. Dia pun menambah maybe Quiet Zero ni boleh manipulate atau control semua Gundam atau mobile suit yang ada kat dunia. So basically macam no more war lah. At least without mobile suit as a weapon, which is I guess pretty much what
ini dalam double O Gundam Virtue.
Oh yang ada rambut tu ke? Yang macam ada
tak, second season.
Oh.
So anyway, without wasting more time, we shall go on to the next episode lah. We can talk more about
Nunley. Tu Gundam Nunley.
Right, episode ketiga 14. What They Wish For. So dalam episod ni ada acara Battle Royale sewaktu sekolah Anas Astikasia membuat open house day menjadi tapi what was that noise? Menjadi sebuah serangan Dawn of Fall apabila witches dari bumi, Noria dan Sophie went all out dengan Gundam masing-masing. So why do you think this happened? I think this is obvious, but nonetheless we'll go with Shaz. Masa yang diorang buat macam Battle Royale untuk sekolah punya open day tu, yang bapak Sadik Segara
kan?
Bapak Sadik Segaraga was there as well, duduk tengok.
Oh, that one dia punya apa ni? That was a statement of power lah. Because where else would you want to insult the best mecha makers than dia punya premier school, and by showing that you have mecha which is better than theirs. Dia tak kisah whether they're using Gundam technology atau tidak. But the fact that they were using it means that they were that desperate to use the technology that can kill them off. Quite funny jugalah, which in the end one of them end up dying because dia naik combat score tinggi sangat. But it does show that these people dah pasrah dan redha with the fact that they are the oppressed people. So this is where they want to make a stand lah. Cuma I don't agree with how they did the stand, because one thing about suicide punya fighters ni, masalahnya dia lupa bila dia dah mati siapa dah ganti kau. You have one less fighter in your resistance. So like I mean, if your mecha macam the Japanese when they were using their fighter planes to suicide, I fully understand, because that one dia punya plane dah on fire, dah ada terbakar, dah nak crash.
And then ada bom lagi.
I will take somebody out with you. The kamikaze punya spirit. But this one, why would you take the risk as your first choice, knowing that your opponent is memang significantly stronger than you in the first place? When you can do so many more guerrilla punya taktik, punya warfare, punya strategi, you took that as your main approach. So you didn't leave any impact lah.
Myra?
For me, obviously, the whole battle is just a camouflage sebab bukan Sadiq ke yang kidnap adopted bapak dia sendiri. Adopted father dia. Sebab dia nak take over Grassley defense system kan. So it's all the chaos and everything kan yang nampak tu, siapa yang nampak? Macam Alan kan yang nampak, dia zoom in, dia cakap. So macam sebenarnya it's just a camouflage untuk nak kidnap Sarius Zanelli lah.
Because berbalik pada kita punya argument just now with regards to we still not fleshed out apa pasal orang bumi jadi macam tu kan. So at the moment the most we can see is because Sadiq is just using the Earth punya facilities or mercenaries to do what he wants to do lah. And that's about it lah. But anyway,
tapi kalau macam nak ikut Syaz cakap tadi kan, kira macam kat sini siapa? Noria dengan Sophie kan. I think lah at the background kan mungkin siapa Sadiq dia menjanjikan something kepada dua orang ni tau. Sebab perasan tak kan bila Sophie kan yang mati kan, diorang ada buat macam memorial tau untuk Sophie, budak-budak yang dekat bumi tu. So I feel like kalau macam sebab dia kan kira macam top, sebab dia boleh pilot Sophie dengan Noria. So dia macam I definitely feel yang ada Sadiq gunakan, kalau kau buat ni untuk aku akan make sure yang budak-budak tu selamat. So that's why the kamikaze punya act befitting lah dekat situ sebenarnya. Kalau diorang mati pun tak apa. Plus ingat tak yang kan Sophie pun dah cakap the calling of the witch. So this is it. Macam I feel macam tu lah. Tak adalah mati vain.
Mizi?
Tak ada function dah.
Mizi dah given up. Don't give up. We got 4 more questions there. Mungkin macam nak tunjuk, sepatutnya it's like something that dia dua orang ni use their Gundam for actual battles versus these kids just sekadar macam yang guna Gundam dia nak potong environment. Yeah. Nak Jekinobi. So they're supposed to be like vastly superior lah, but nampak macam itulah Battle Royale and with a bunch of Gundams that you may not remember their design semua. Yang kau ingat kat sini ialah the area sajalah, which I happen to know that macam currently the best selling Gunpla area ni. So
laku sangat.
Betul.
So sebab tu Bandai tak kisah sangat about the storyline semua. The Gunpla is selling well right now.
Especially at the reboot.
Tapi sekarang lah, like macam mula-mula sekali yang macam Syah cakap tu, kau baru je nak vested interest dengan karakter ni, mati. Kau naik, koma. Kau naik, mati. So apa yang masih hidup sekarang adalah Suleta. So how much Suleta boleh bawa cerita ni for us to get interested.
Jangan lupa ada Muri ni. Ada
Gel, come on, I'm rooting for Gel.
Boleh bagi satu contoh?
Ya, silakan.
Tak, Mizi dah habis belum?
Kalau dia buat spin-off Gel kan, I would watch that and I would probably like it more.
Miori ni dekat dalam office ke punya spin-off.
I bagi another contoh of a better return point. Dalam 0083, Annabelle Gato was trying to escape Earth with dia punya the most important piece in the storyline lah. The RX-02. Aku tak ingat nama dia. But basically it had a secret weapon bagi yang tak tengok lagi.
Chrysalis.
Kan? It had an important weapon it had to bring to space.
Nuclear tu.
So geng-geng Zaku ni yang kita boleh bayangkan time 0079 was already an outdated model. Ini 4 years later even further outdated punya model. Bayangkan kita tengok kancil nak lawan dengan Ferrari lah. And yet the resistance
minta
of the villain that was fighting against the hero punya team
Popcorn.
fought with so much passion to make sure Anavel Gato sent to space. That small group of resistance fighters fought with so much focus, with so much attention to diorang punya cause, to the point where dah habis mission je semua resign. Kita dah habis mission, kita white flag. Sampai hero pun pening macam like, apa benda diorang buat, diorang ni betul ke? Why are they surrendering?
Yang dekat desert tu
Yes. So because diorang punya mission was one and one only, to make sure the main villain sampai ke space, and after that they fulfill the promise they made to Anavel Gato, don't kill yourself. No, we will surrender after that. So they surrendered. They really surrendered. Tak ada try to run and win, no. Because they understood their role and they realized that if they are captured, one day, kalau dia orang break free, siap lah korang. They can contribute to the cause once again. So as opposed to this unstable punya girls, alah, ruginya. Baru nak tahu satu call calculating, satu orang gila, lalu dah mati dah seorang. They were made a great, antagonist pair for Suleta to face over multiple episodes, but
one day
Tanta datang balik jadi Bedah punya style ke? Kita tak tahu kan.
Jangan. Sekali cukup lah.
Itulah pasal.
Tapi Syaz, ada satu lagi kalau you tengok yang Goof lawan Ground Type Gundam.
That one best, man.
Yang tu pun sama juga, macam the Goof macam nak distract the Earth Federation punya team supaya macam yang awet dia tu boleh lari. Padahal macam yang pilot tu pun minat awet tu juga.
Yep. There was a very complicated fight because both of them had different affection towards the antagonist. Satu macam dia punya guardian, satu tu pula macam like, aku suka kau, janganlah dia jahat, that kind of style. But they performed their role in that fight very well, to the point where the antagonist managed to flee lah. Managed to go to space to prepare for the next stage of the war.
Okay, aku dah go on to the next question. Actually, I'm trying to figure out whether to get to the soalan dari chat, tapi I think we can do it after this question. Question ni pendek saja. Untuk saya, this was pretty much a big reveal at this point. Eric is a real. Pandangan anda, siapa nak go first?
For me, as I have expected lah, Eri probably have complications as was exposed to permit masa yang dia kecil lagi kan. So for me lah, this is my theory je lah So as not to lose her, Lady Prospera, and Nora at the time, they somehow clone her, hence Suleta. So jadi dia ada juga in the sense that dia masih ada anak dia, so yang boleh dipegang. Physical punya clone. So tapi ni goes back to my theory how this is similar to the remaining parts of Eindelton brain dalam dia punya system, kena salvage masuk balik dalam Gundam Vidar, and then macam to control macam, sebab bila perasan tak every time masa dia battle kan, mesti dia cakap Mina kan, dengan dia punya gun beat semua. So macam daripada sana lagi sudah dapat feeling tau, dia macam dia boleh cakap ke unconsciously, dia boleh cakap direct fit dengan Eri ke dengan 11 gun beats tu. So I definitely feel yang memang daripada situ pun dah nampak lah, actually memang dia dah kena tanam lah dalam area tu. So
anybody else?
Aku punya reaction satu je masa aku tengok that review.
For me, I'm not surprised at all.
Tak, I pun tak
Because-
surprise.
Bukan kita dah sebut ke masa kita discuss
Kan?
season 1 dulu?
Kan dia cakap dah.
I was thinking
You pun
that,
cakap.
you know, she will be somewhere as an adult.
Physical.
Kan? Mungkin she became her brain got scan apa ke. But to be the Gundam itself, shit. Because this is a cerita sekolah. Di mana perang tak ada benda yang penting, orang yang jahat pun mati cepat, you know, paling teruk pun you smash orang jadi tomato. So to have something of that level of dark revelation tau, it's like
Tapi-
ini dah tahap Evangeline ni macam like
Tapi kids got betrayed by adult. Nak macam this is the same daripada IBO pun ada tau. So I feel like Suleta kena betray oleh mak dia sendiri tu. I think I saw it coming lah. I definitely saw it
mak
coming.
sendiri juga tu.
So I definitely saw it coming because this is a theme Gundam IP lah, I would say.
Tapi
Yeah,
itulah,
we-
kalau kita
tahu
guna the
apa
clone
nak
theory, probably that's why dia tak macam kisah sangat because you are clone. Katalah.
Yalah, itulah. Tak, sebab gini, you tengok rupa dia sebenarnya macam bapak dia. Bapak dia mati dalam episod 0. So macam mana macam kau boleh ada anak lagi yang rupa sama macam apa your husband.
Yes.
So I think macam dia tak
Clone
anggap the Suleta tu sebagai macam anak dia, sebab dia anggap Suleta tu macam clone. The real anaknya adalah Eri.
anak dia satu je kan. Yang lain semua tu just clone babies.
Clone, yeah.
Okay, we've got a few bits from chat. Let me see which one. Okay, category the great. Sophie, aku harap battle yang gila-gila untuk jadi side villain tapi mati macam tu je. Aduh, harap boleh ke depan karakter Sophie ni. Yalah, as you can see from the panelist, macam tak ada nak invest, mampus. And then category the great sekali lagi, Sophie. Back on the topic of Sophie game, bukan sepatutnya guna dan curi aerial Gundam ke kalau menang dalam battle royale tu, lepas tu lawan pakai guerrilla tactic kot.
Guerrilla.
Dulu in Gundam X there was a pair of antagonists who were like twin ke adik-beradik. There's some special link and all that. So I was like thinking, this is going to be a 1v2 ke macam Gundam X kan. It's like going to continue until the end of the season. Then mati seorang. Alah. Very sad.
Tapi Gundam has always macam have meaningful deaths. IBO
Crank.
Siapa yang mati best? Iok Kujan.
Iok Kujan. Tapi I feel siapa mati pun quite meaningful juga.
Mati pun meaningful.
Tak. Iok Kujan. Biscuit.
Semua orang mati dalam tu meaningful lah. I feel. I don't know. I bias tau. Biscuit, I mean, dah lah Sore Tanjiro, Demon Slayer. So I'm like,
Biscuit. Hana
daripada situ. So jangan cakap lah. Dah lah, siapa yang daripada yang first mati, siapa General Crank mati tu kan, yang push Ain Dalton kan. So macam that's why I said tak boleh lah. Tak, that's why I feel now I'm getting more relatable lah dengan apa yang macam you guys cakap, macam Fitch from Mercury ni definitely lacks in so many things.
Macam kalau double O for me is Lokon Stratos punya death. The first Lokon Stratos.
Jangan bang. Jepun mengamuk bang. Jepun mengamuk bang tu.
Afal.
Basically, one of the characters died a meaningful death.
Okay.
But it was so poorly received, they brought back a twin brother that has never been revealed before.
Just to have him again. Oh my god.
Sebab tu ada Lyle tu.
Ilaha illallah.
Boleh receive, meaning that people love that character so much that macam tak puas hati mati.
For somehow.
Mereka dah sampai belum portion tu. Mira dah sampai belum portion tu? Aku lupa pula. Dia belum habis tengok ke?
Apa tu?
You dah habis season 1, season 2 belum?
Cerita?
Double O. Double O.
Belum.
Okay,
That's why
tak apa,
diam je.
tengok je lah.
Oh shit,
Tengok
dia.
sorry.
Belum lagi.
Okay, that's
I
what
tengok IBO.
Okay,
You see.
Afiq Fitri. Macam
Macam
time
time.
Ariel Planet Score warna biru tu dan ada gelombang biru. Dia boleh kawal benda lain macam bit-bit Gundam yang merah tu.
Yep.
Okay, and he's got another question. Semi menyimpang. Bukan sepatutnya season 2 episode 6 or
Hanya recap.
This is a recap episode. Sepatutnya hari ni saya tak ambil pot because the next proper episode is next week. So
Tengok ni je kat YouTube.
YouTube kat gundam.info.
Gundam.info.
Kalau tak dapat kat Netflix. Okay, so let's get on to the next. Macam mana ni? Apa tadi kat situ lagi? Okay, kita kan episod yang seterusnya. Right, episod seterusnya, episod 15. Father and Child. So saya ada satu soalan je. Gale jetek ditawan Dawn of Fold dan dari waktu serangan kat atas plant kereta lagi masa season 1 obviously after the heart wrenching depending on who you are event where he killed his father by accident. Pihak Panerit bertindak untuk menyerang Dawn of Fold di bumi di mana mereka sekarang perlu berundur. Di sini kita melihat watak Gale somewhat bertukar lebih-lebih lagi dengan apa yang berlaku di sejak apa yang happen di Kueta lah. Harapan anda untuk watak Gale jetek dalam siri ini? So this is kind of a general question. Who would like to go first?
Harapannya adalah dia menjadi the actual protagonist, mengambilnya daripada Suleta.
Obviously, war changes boys into men, I would say. So, since war changes boys into men, so I'm just glad to see Gale dia tak lose himself lah. Sebab from the very first episode lagi dia dah down dah lah, kena kalah dengan Suleta kan. Lepas tu sekali pun, then 2 kali 3 kali dia dah berapa kali kalah kan. So and then at some point dia pun dah give up, and then dia sampai jadi dia kena halau lah, kiranya practically kena halau lah daripada Jetak House, and then dah tu dia terpaksa kerja. So dia punya dia punya life memang jatuh habis. Tapi I would say that at that point masa dia nak try selamatkan yang budak yang cari ayah dia tu, masa dia dekat dalam tandas masa kena ikat tu, I feel like he's just trying to maybe somehow redeem himself, and he was just trying to save another's life. So that's given lah. Yeah. So hopefully, tapi ni baru episod 15 kan. So yeah, I'm
actually I forgot to include the mobile suit pilot yang bukan renegade, yang part of the mercenary tu, yang dia pun teringat his own past where yang masa dia budak tu, he was trapped in the car but he smiled.
Anak dia.
At least anak dia tahu bapak dia try to help him, and they can't.
Yes.
I care more for that guy than Suleta.
Understandably.
Sampai macam tu sekali. I mean that guy has only like 2 seconds. Bro.
Yes.
You ada macam you set up the setup was walaupun pendek tapi was done quite well,
quite
macam
impactful.
Impactful.
Dia boleh menang win cameo lah. Dia boleh menang cameo awards lah, I would say.
I mean this is not just like aku bukannya ini bukannya macam nak kata cerita ni the best thing since sliced bread, but I can't remember when was the last Gundam was before this was it Hathaway
Splash
kan?
Hathaway.
How many years was that only last year or just
2021?
Oh, tak ada
2021.
Tak ada lama sangat.
Flash is the next one, should be this year lah.
So,
Flash.
yang Flash tu is Hathaway related juga
Sambungan.
So
and then the third movie will be Son of Bride. Was it? Son of Bride.
Bright Noah.
For UC fans, happy lah. Tapi I think there was a tweet from Bandai Namco indicating that because baru ni ada I think at the end of the financial year kan, people are pretty much announcing their profits and whatnot, and they've done quite well, and they've put it down to sales of the Gunpla from Mercury, as well as also accounting for the fact that it's opened up Gundam to more non-traditional Gundam viewers, I guess. But yeah, by a few billion yen jugalah dia punya improvement in it's on Twitter. I forgot. I actually have it on as overlay. I lupa nak bubuh, but unfortunately my phone is actually sekejap, if you don't mind me looking, because it's actually I can look it up on my iPad photo stream.
Ada website apa panggil dia orang Space Lesbians.
Anyway, here you go. Gundam franchise grosses record high 131 billion yen in 2023 fiscal year. Here's the proof you need that Mobile Suit Gundam The Witch from Mercury was a good idea for revitalizing the Gundam franchise. Bandai Namco Holdings announced its 2023 fiscal year sales results on Wednesday baru ni, revealing record-breaking revenue for the Gundam IP. Group-wide sales amounting to 131 billion yen, which is about 967 million US dollars, compared to
almost 1 billion.
Compared to 749 million US dollars in the previous year. So the president for Bandai Namco, Kawaguchi Masaru, specifically highlighted Witch from Mercury for acquiring new fans among young people and women. He also highlighted that the Gundam aerial Gunpla models as strong sellers. This would be on this news came via Anime News Network, which took it from the Bandai Namco tweet. So
walaupun HG aerial dia paling murah tau. Dia macam equivalent dengan Barbatos juga. Barbatos pun yang paling murah among all the kits.
Aku beli it was like 1,300 yen. Ya benar. That's like
tapi actually
$13 kan?
Dia kalau dekat Malaysia 40 macam 42 je. I bought it for 42 ringgit je. So tapi I beli dia dah tahulah bila ada aerial tu memang I know already.
Diorang ada releasing everybody's mobile suit like macam cucu punya.
Dah keluar dah.
Up
to I think I've already shared in our messenger yang tinggi tu. So that was the complete line of HG Witch from Mercury. Nombor 1 aerial, nombor 2 yang 1, 2, 3 kit from the prologue.
Aerial punya updated version pun dia dah buat dah?
Dah. So we have aerial and we have aerial. Ada, and then dia keluarkan expansion set just for the Mirasol flight unit tu.
So
and
you just buy the expansion pack dia lah. Don't have to buy
boleh dia jual dia sell separately lah. So ada aerial, so ada dia punya Mirasol flight, barulah dia upgrade pergi aerial rebuild, which is crazy popular. And then
kan dekat Malaysia macam senang nak beli because Jepun tak jauh. 7 jam je. You know, like for like a seller like you, the one.
Enggak juga. Sebab sekarang ni because my friend also owns the business, so I can tell that dia cakap bila yang sampai kat Malaysia dia sangat limited tau. Siapa nama Litak, which is the official distributor for Bandai for Gunpla.
Litak lagi
masih lagi
Litak. Lama gila Litak ni.
So dia pun cakap memang limited. So siapa-siapa yang partner shop pun dia macam kita request 20 box pun dia bagi dalam 5-6 box je. Kalau laki. Yes. So dia akan macam walaupun macam tadi Kudo cakap dia memang dia gross income memang tinggi lah of course. Tapi
your friend ni ke Myra?
Bukan. Dah ada 25 ke 26 kit HG dari cerita ni. Yang belum release lagi maybe lah dah sampai 25 kits, tapi yang saya kira sekarang macam baru dalam yang officially as of March baru sampai macam Ruby Risu yang siapa? Sofia dengan Nuria bawa lah, which is the Ruby Risu this guy lah.
Flex, jangan tak flex makcik.
So yang ni pun sampai dekat Sabah harga dalam RM80 tau. So dia punya scale, dia punya warna color scheme dia macam rasanya macam Goshen Rebake dalam IBO lah, warna coklat brown macam tu. Yeah. So
Gundam Space Africa.
Gundam Space. Sebab color.
Siapa tengok podcast Trash Taste. Kata, that Gundam, what is it? Gundam, the Gundam Space Africa. Tergolek-golek gelak semua. What the Space Africa? Because colour dia macam buff kan, macam North Africa.
Kalau macam tu better tengok siapa, Zaku macam ada satu tau, Zaku yang dia
Space Africa
sebab, dia bukan yang dekat ground type punya, dia macam belang-belang tau. And then bila Zaku pula ada Mobile Suit Gundam, you guys know yang movie Kukurus Doan tu kan, dia ada keluar so finally dia keluarkan juga yang Kukurus Doan punya, dia macam ada camouflage punya corak tau. So which is quite nice
Okay. Anyway,
that's why dia panggil Africa. I can totally understand.
Okay, just last one from category more of a comment, more as opposed to a question. Girl, dia nak selamatkan budak yang nak bunuh dia sebelum tu. Baru masuk dalam mecha, budak tu dah mati dah. Lepas tu sedih juga lah.
Yes.
Anyway, kita akan ke the next chapter. Episode 16, Cycle of Sin. So biasa saya pun macam one thing lah, kita duk komen juga pasal tak banyak benda dia nak tunjuk, tapi dia tunjuk tapi macam fleeting. Episode ni ada macam I've picked out 4 stuff that's happened but none of it sticks. So I'm going to ask one question with 4 parts in it. The question is bincangkan. So pretty much we got dalam episod ni. 1, saintis gila Eric hanya dicantumkan ke Ariel sebagai pelindungan untuk Eric, dan Prospera kata dia akan extract Eric later on if she has Quiet Zero. What the hell? B, conflict Spacian versus Earthian di level sekolah, obviously after incident di Quetta as well as after incident Battle Royale where I think somebody died yang kena Sophie yang pistol betul-betul masuk kat I mean they shot the pilot lah. Percubaan Elan Ceres untuk pihak Peel Industries untuk mencuri Ariel gagal. And lastly, Miorine kembali ke sekolah Astikasia bersemuka dengan Suleta, bertanyakan adakah Suleta akan ikut telunjuk ibunya Prospera untuk selama-lamanya, who in turn had told Marine is another a girl of her father's role in the Fort Vanguard incident 12 years ago. So jahat juga apa-apa dia bagi guilt trip dekat Miorine kan. Aku tahu bapa kau bunuh lelaki aku.
Guilt trip or
whatever lah. Tapi so anyway, we got 4 points here. Free for all. Who wants to start first? Cycle of Sin.
Saintis gila tu.
Saintis gila ke mana-mana lah, tak kisah lah.
I think it's macam sekarang yang kita tak tahu what happened after episode 0 until episode 1. But I get the impression that macam selepas the better episode 0 yang nyanyi lagu Happy Birthday tu, something happened that macam dia terpaksa probably upload Eri punya mind ke dalam Elfrith Gundam, which in turn Elfrith Gundam tu tukar colour jadi Ariel apa sekarang, and then macam just tinggal body Eri tu saja, or macam tinggal body Eri tu saja, and dia tak boleh reverse the process. So to reverse the process, dia terpaksa rancang plan revenge dia untuk apa semua ni to get into the Quiet Zero, baru macam they can get macam Prospera can get the real Eri back. So that's why dia manipulate Mayor Hine apa semua supaya dia buat benda ni tanpa sedar. So that's why I think what happened lah.
Itulah yang macam saya cakap tadi kan, dia ada I think because sebab yang saya cakap tadi lah, sebab mungkin masa dia back to prologue kan dia directly dia punya DNA dia lepas dia apa orang kata dia dapat override the system kan. So Eri walaupun di usia yang kecil tu dia dapat override the system and dia boleh control Roborisu. So mungkin daripada situ sebab such an early age mungkin something happen. Hence why I pun ada cakap juga tadi yang mungkin dia nak preserve Eri yang boleh override the system tu. So tapi sebab yelah you can't expect semua sailing after the whole thing happened to Elnora dengan husband dia pun kena bunuh kan. So I feel that's why, and I saw this article yang diorang calculate tau, ada dua kan Suleta baru macam berapa tahun, 16-17 tahun, and then diorang kira kan actually the whole thing happened 21 years ago. Even take
itulah pasal ada orang dalam ni kan 12 tahun dan cakap 20. I think you mentioned this in the last Bedah kan.
Sebab that's why. So I feel whether dia terpaksa lah. Dia nak terpaksa sebab dia nak preserve anak dia terpaksa dapat dia clone. So we have Soleta. So I think is good. Tak tahu nak cakap apa tapi memang sangat I feel like there is a bit dark lah. It doesn't suit quite impactful lah.
Shaz, you were away just now. Did you know what the question is for this section?
Well, I know that right now we're on the question yang besar ni lah.
Yang question number 6 tu, Cycle of Sin tu. Basically aku tak ada specific question, but the point was earlier on we did mention that there's a lot of things happening but not really sticking because it's like quite superficially handled. You know, like this episode alone has 4 bits which I can try to dissect out, but then it's like neither here nor there. One was the description of how Eri can be
the Ilan gagal nak ambil the suit tu. I think was hilarious moment. But secara tak langsung that may have proven what Mira was saying just now. That every time Suleta was going to fight, dia macam she's talking to every individual bit.
Yep. Kan dia cakap Mina tau.
Mina is everybody kan.
So many of the Eri, multiple copies of Eri. That sebab dia tak tunjuk how Suleta punya view when she links up with the Ariel. As far as she's concerned, benda tu benda normal. Macam kita makan nasi. It's no big deal. To see so many of the sisters yang sama is normal to her. Dia tak that's why dia
never ask her tau.
Kenapa orang kita ni marah dengan Gundam? Kenapa? Why are you getting mad over this per mat score? What is the big deal? So maybe she doesn't know the history of the Gundam and the dangers of using it, because Suleta has always been special. Whether she's a clone or anak kedua or whatever, the fact that she is talking to the bits individually macam kakak
individual.
And then that scene keluar bila ramai Eri datang, kau berambus tak layak ke sini, sampai member tu dia benda dia
sampai hangus kan, sampai data storm tu macam burn si Eren Keres number 5.
I think that was a hilarious moment, but it wasn't meant sebab we know that Alan is a throwaway character.
Yeah.
The Alan character kalau throughout the entire series tak ada function. Dia ada 2 function je, nak menunjukkan Eri ni banyak, kedua nak membuat Suleta nyanyi happy birthday, that's it.
Dengan dia dijadikan reference formula. The idea of Alan Keres is the one yang push push my theory yang definitely di clone tau. Sebab Pale Technologies kan sebab kan dia hint kat situ, clone number ni Eren number 4. So sekarang Eren number 5. So I think
clone tu banyak.
Clone tu banyak. So that's why it gives me the idea yang yang Eri ni memang kena clone juga. That's why.
Apa kategori the great recommend? Elan baru nak curi.
Elan baru nak curi
Karakter very weak lah. Tak ada guna cara lain lah. Pakai lah otak sikit.
Tapi dia memang karakter throw away lah. That's one thing for sure.
Tapi nak pakai otak pun, that's the only way that he think. I mean, he doesn't know what Ariel really is kan. So in a way, he learned the hard way lah. Anyway, ada gitu. Apa ni? Okay, fine. We've got that already. Okay lah, kita ke episod yang terakhir. A few things did happen, but I think I'm going to end this as a one line. The ultimate betrayal. Tu je aku nak cakap. Pandangan anda, jom. Tembak. Siapa? Somebody smiling at the top. You go first.
Come on.
Come on, Bizi. Okay. Come on, Bizi. You loved it, right? Kau suka kan? Aku pun suka sebenarnya. Tapi macam...
kecewa.
Kau kecewa?
Bukan. Maksudnya gini. In order to this scene to really work, yang macam kau nak rasa like being betrayed apa semua tu kan. Okay. Satu, why this scene doesn't work? Because you dah nampak this macam coming miles away. Kau dah nampak macam Miorihine wants to take away the Gundam from area because it's not good for her. Dia cuba macam break Prospera punya influence terhadap dia apa-apa semua. So it's not surprise dia bila Guel muncul kata okay, you duel dengan dia, kalau you menang you take the Gundam from away. So not surprised. Even you tahu pun akan jadi macam ni. Dia takkan menang 2 kali. Second, for you to rasa ini betrayal, I cakap myself, I have to feel there's a connection between Mirohine and Suleta. Dia orang best friend. Dia orang eham. Because aku when I watch LBGT punya tu, kalau
LGBT terbalik.
I once tengok cerita Christmas pasal dia cuba buat cerita holiday Christmas yang dua lesbian cuba nak balik kampung tapi
Kristen Stewart.
Yang tu.
Kristen Stewart belakang.
So my experience is that I tak feel apa-apa because I really cannot take the LGBT seriously. Kalau macam ada orang suka buat benda tu macam personal taste masing-masing lah, but for me I cannot legitimize or that. So I cannot legitimize Gundam try to put that element depan me and nak jadikannya a plot point. So if kalau macam salah seorang daripada ni adalah lelaki dan memang ditunjuk macam you have feelings for it apa semua, I could buy that. I could buy that as a betrayal. Pula tu the personality pun macam it's hard for me to rasa
sebab dia sim subtext je kan. Subtext je.
And then you rasa macam is Mirohine ni actually macam suka Suleta ni even at friendship level pun, sebab nampak orang rasa macam dia ni very annoying, dia ni macam asyik awkward.
Tapi Miorine kan sun dia sundere sikit.
Itulah. So you feel that macam relationship dia ni tak people try to macam ship dia tapi it's macam on the surface punya level. Dia tidak go deep sangat for this scene to work as a betrayal. Kalau macam if you can do macam girl on girl, lesbian ke gay ke, kalau macam like you feel there's a connection, there's an attraction between these two, tapi sebenarnya tak ada relationship pun, tak ada apa-apa, so it's just macam one character manipulate another. Pun macam it's not a twist pun.
Okay, who wants to go next?
Betul lah. Don't I think about it kan? Because nowadays which for Mercury I'm just watching just going through je kadang-kadang. But now that you mention the fact that the betrayal was revealed so early in advance, does make it less shocking tau. You bayangkan kalau in the whole fight you tunjuk Murine kata kau mati, you can do it, everything, blah 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 blah. Then after that kan, right throughout the fight, viewer macam like dah nak kalah, tiba-tiba the area shut down. So like, apaan? Viewer macam like, what's wrong with your mic? It's like, I don't know, it's not working, it's working. I'm sorry, I have to win now for my pride, whatever kan. Potong antena. Lepas tu, tiba-tiba you tunjuk kat screen lain ada some air mata menitis somewhere fall on the area, like apasal ada air mata kat area kan. Lepas tu dia buka the suit, tengok is Murine. Like, well, why you do here? I stopped your mecha. I'm like, oh, that will be so much better. Tapi ni awal-awal, I'm gonna stop you, blah 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 blah. Like, betul lah, dia macam you lost the potential to make it a mystery. Macam
twist.
apa thriller punya style show kan. Just a small portion je, you don't have to reveal from the very start. Kan, you could have shown Prospera saying, I will trust you to stop the area at the right time, and that's it. You don't have to show who she's talking to pun. Then tiba-tiba of all the people, is Murine that had the button. Tapi sebab aku rasa dia punya storytelling punya style is to appeal to a totally straightforward punya audience yang tak banyak experience with the start of
tapi kan
multiple genres of story.
Like me, no, do not know anything.
Tak, dia portray
not Gundam tau, Kudo. This is more to appeal to people who are very anime only.
Like me.
Dia tak tengok.
Kau baca manga lah aku tu.
Tak.
Wayang Bollywood tengok.
I was being facetious.
Tak tengok.
But sometimes I go like, yeah, okay, whatever. Because, I don't. Aku tak nak macam,
macam Nina Purpleton punya betrayal.
Kalau aku nak berat. Tapi kan, I want to throw something lah. Tapi, I'm interested. I don't know whether Myra is going to mention this or not. I use the word betrayal because this is from the luaran. What if she's doing this to protect Suleta?
Yeah, that's what she's been doing. Okay, I'm gonna offer you guys from a female perspective lah. Okay, so if you say that this is the ultimate betrayal, and I would say yes. Mungkin dia tak nampak apparent sangat to you guys, tapi as a girl that I went to boarding school, so I do experience similarly to something like this, and it is kind of huge betrayal. Do you know that about yang dia pegang kitchen tu tau? Yeah. If I were to share with you guys, kitchen punya level yang sharing dengan best friend tu is quite big tau. And then when we ended our friendship, me and my friend too, like best friend, we actually have to throw away the kitchens at the same time. It's something symbolic though. So and then consider orang punya age tau, at that age. So when I go back and I was like, hey, yeah, we actually did that kind of thing because it's a symbol of our friendship. So whether dia, sebab bila kita tengok, perasan tak yang masa mak Lady Prospera datang and then dia cakap, tak apalah, pergilah bawa Murine. Dah lah, Murine kan memang sundere punya kan. Jomlah nak pergi tengok tomato kan. Actually for me, it's quite intimate. So whether dia apply is LGBT ke tak LGBT tu, again, I think I've mentioned this previously, it's something yang dorang boleh something yang dorang boleh market outside of the anime, which is doujinshi ataupun ni. So something happened that connects them, like as a partner ke, as a friends ke, as best friend ke, whatever. Tapi for me it's quite intimate because tomato punya ladang, tomato yang mak Murine punya tu, macam bagi aku dia sangat intimate, yang boleh, yang actually it applies, they are actually together. Cumanya tak nampak sebab macam dalam MHA kita orang fandom sibuk lah yang pasal ship, baku deko apa semua. Tapi tak pernah sekali pun dorang tak pernah pun blush to each other, not even once. Tapi dalam Witch from Mercury nampak ada blush tau. So it's actually in Japanese punya culture, I would say it's already implied that they are actually together. So kalau nak cakap memang it's an ultimate betrayal, and then memang Murine on the surface nampak dia betray Suleta. This is my take lah. sebab dia cakap tapi again sebab dia nak protect Suleta daripada mak dia kan, you know, kalau dia dah kalah so meaning, tapi again this is quite interesting sebab dia akan, I'm looking forward to the triangle lah between Gale dengan Miorine dengan Suleta, tapi satu
Dia
tu
akan suka cucu nanti, tengoklah.
Janganlah dengan cucu, mampus. Tapi it's just for me, I am
Cucu.
yang I risau sebab Gale kan
Dia
cakap
boleh
pasal
makan tak?
Ha?
Rambut cucu tu boleh makan tak? Macam kotak candy kan?
Oh, aku baru nak cakap. Pandai Mizi. Aku baru nak cakap.
It's just, no, I'm just worried sebab sekarang ni kan, sebab Gale finally gain something yang dia nak move forward to, tapi because of this battle, I'm afraid dia punya anxiety all that akan jadi amplified sebab dia tahu yang dia menang bukan sebab dia menang dengan adil tau. Dah lah dia complete dia develop some sort of anxiety lepas bapak dia tak percaya arwah lah sekarang kan. Dia tak percaya yang dia boleh menang sebab dia pakai AI kan masa dia pakai Daryl Balde kan. So I feel I'm most worried about Gale lah sekarang. I macam yang triangle love tu I macam second lagi, tapi I risau macam alamak Gale macam mana nak move forward. Tu yang I risau lah. Tapi yes, if you ask me, it is an ultimate betrayal from Miorine ke Suleta lah. Tapi finally, thanks to this, finally we can hopefully lah nampak the development of character Suleta. Kan?
No.
Finally enough yang mention.
Come on, sabar sikit lagi Mizi.
Dia punya kitchen split tu, something similar happen dalam a different anime, Kuroko no Basket.
Yang apa?
Kuroko no Basket.
Kuroko no Basket.
Kuroko's Basketball.
Oh, I haven't
Oh,
watched.
kita tengok.
Slam dunk yang ada power.
The main characters punya kawan lama, dia punya adik-beradik dia, they bought a pair of something lah. Was it necklace ke apa, keychain or something. Masih dalam fikir. But then it's like we are no longer brothers. Bam,
Yes.
So like,
Jangan pandang, jangan underestimate tau the value of kitchen tu. I still have those yang I still keep till today.
Okay. I mean,
it's macam dia trying too hard. Dia away.
tak, okay.
Jadi tak pernah dapat kitchen kan. Nanti kita beli.
Nanti kita buat.
Orang famous coklat je.
From what Myra cerita tu, I understand. Yes, if you if you feel ada there's a symbol of intimacy somewhere dekat situ, the argument is in fact sama pun, because I don't feel that type of connection apa semua tu. So sebab tu I tak rasa macam betrayal tu tak masuk. It's just macam a character screwing another character. Because for me macam ni lah, bila I tengok drama Melayu, drama pukul 7 kan, selalu the same thing, jumpa, kahwin, gaduh, reconcile. That's always the formula. But my complaint, drama cerita Melayu, dia tak pandai tunjuk intimacy. So
yelah, kalau buat intimacy sekarang orang marah.
Bukan fizikal. Bukan
physical intimacy. Dia macam
Mari sayang.
Tak, kadang-kadang kan macam intimacy ni kita boleh tunjuk how you communicate, the subtle cues, the body language, benda macam tu. So yes, so tak nampak perhubungan tu. It's like macam bila dia dua orang bersama satu scene, Suleta bersusah payah nak macam
dia macam scene dalam IBO yang it's already implied that, you know, Atra dengan Mika slept together in Barbatos. So you were in need similar, but the language
you remember the character yang macam ada gay, dia macam dia
siapa ni the guys alah tak ingat lah, tapi yang the guy yang satu mekanik yang dia orang dalam tu kan Flauros kan.
Yes.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Dia cakap bahawa dia ada gay, dia ada tarikan, tapi dia tak nak cakap, but the other guy knows.
That's why I cakap dia ni dia hint by tu kan, tapi dia punya doujinshi, astaghfirullahalazim. That's why there are things yang, that's the thing. I didn't know until I found out about it by my friend. Dia cakap sometimes dalam anime kan ada benda kau perasan tak, dia macam loophole tau. Tapi sebenarnya dia orang gunakan benda tu untuk jadi modal. Marketing. Jadi modal tau. So kau tak nampak dalam anime yang streamline across the international global punya, tapi bila view in the country, dia cakap sebab dia I have this one friend yang pergi Jepun, I cakap balik kampung lah, dia pergi Jepun just to go for doujinshi punya stuff. That's why I'm like, it's a whole new world for me when I found out about that. And I was like, oh, that's why bila I cakap pasal yang that scene, you know, because I cakap dalam Beach from Mercury ada LGBT punya ni. So dia cakap, tak, dalam IBO dah ada. And I'm like, because I didn't know, but I wasn't aware about that. And then dia cakap, cuba kau tengok yang that guy yang dalam Flauros tu.
I was okay in the IBO because it's not driving the plot. And it's just much,
dia sampingan kan?
I think it's
dia sampingan.
It was done right. It was sweet. Macam lepas tu karakter tu mati macam, okay.
Yeah.
It's meaningful lah. Ni macam you bagi me a girl that macam tak ada personality.
Dia tak ada. Dah lah, mak cakap ni ikut je. Tapi it's just for me macam yang cakap tadi. The whole season of first season and then now second season ni, apa yang kita apparent cepat tangkap dalam previous Gundam punya IP punya series kan, dia sekarang ni jadi backdrop. Apa yang trivial sekarang di ke depan. Yang on the surface. So dia macam nak challenge. Satu mungkin nampak shallow, it seems like shallow sebab diorang nak push Gunpla kan. Dah lah diorang sekarang dah berapa, baru macam IBO lah. IBO 50 episode ada dalam 50 kids juga. Tapi sekarang baru berapa episod macam sampai Gun Volva dah berapa, dah dekat 25-26 kid tau. So itu satu. Kedua macam you nak appreciate. That's why I sekarang ni yang I look forward ni pasal Quiet Zero je. At least Quiet Zero ni yang ada solid sikit konsep dia nak go through the rest of 7 episodes.
Bring the story forward. Just quick, by the by, since you were mentioning about doujin, pada penonton di rumah yang tak mengerti apa yang kami katakan tentang doujin basically hasil kerja, basically lah fan fiction lah.
Fanfiction.
The fanfiction dia ada spektrum daripada ke innocent sampai ke yang paling obscene. So you know, some people nak buat cerita lain, tapi tengah orang lain buat cerita lain yang lagi lain. Tapi satu benda, kalau pada siapa yang minat, basically untuk Gundam is Gunpla lah. Tak banyak dari segi figures yang PVC punya, tapi pada collector figures anda mesti tahu tentang wujudnya resin figures yang selalunya third party, unlicensed
studio,
unlicensed studio yang
GK.
And then ada satu company ni nama Favor GK, tapi this is not the only online store yang jual. Tapi hari tu because saya subscribe dia punya Twitter, hari tu dapat Twitter message yang paling terkejut sekali lah. So ini umpamakan doujin, tapi two main characters from Jujutsu Kaisen. The guy with the long hair, apa nama? Yang who used to be classmates with Gojo.
Geto.
Geto dengan Gojo. Tapi Myra, you should be lucky you were not in the WhatsApp group because I sent the picture there. Nak pingsan.
Oh, please don't. Geto is my husband though. Okay, don't even.
Don't give you apa saya describe je. Kerusi sampai jatuh. So Geto on the ground kneeling, hand looks like he's
yang tu. Okay.
Look like he's cupping. Pakai baju tapi ada option tara baju. Tapi dia censor lah. Awal like because these guys right, they do things like satu lagi yang baru-baru ni
sebab
macam
dia jiken.
Tapi kan garage kit, GK mana garage kit? Garage kit selalunya not painted. Dia buat dari plastik. Macam FX lah. Macam bawa glue, tapi you kena really know how to paint. These are pre-painted. They are made of resin, and then I'm not being a prude, but it's like lain orang lain taste lah, because hari tu diorang buat like Nier Automata. the amount of really hardcore R18 level figures diorang jual and really get sold out. I mean, these guys are heavy as well. Okay, diorang buat ni macam tonggeng buntut naik ke atas. So like they had Tifa
Macam Hulk ke?
Tak, sebelum ke Hulk tu, Tifa Lockhart from Final Fantasy 7. And then obviously in clothes form, and then basically you can swap the body without any clothes on, and then it's well detailed, painted and everything. Baru ni aku tengok dapat email dekat verifikan Hulk posing macam tu. Tapi dia luckily dia tak bagi gambar. Tapi dia kata lah dalam option dia $249 comes with naked unclothed body. So maknanya
okay. I think I saw a Thanos being done like this before.
Yes! And then aku bagi
holy
Thanos pun ada. Tu aku cakap, Nick, kau beli yang pakai seluarnya, kau buat tu jadi pemegang kau punya iPad,
handphone.
Pemegang.
I saw this before. It was
but
dang.
it's like
please don't ruin my husband, please.
For Aaron Yeager.
Aaron Yeager. Yeah, I saw that when you said that on the on-off thingy.
Aaron Yeager dan siapa lagi lelaki dalam tu?
Levi.
Tengok.
Erwin.
Erwin. Syaz tengah Syaz doing his version of I'm not listening to all of this.
Oh yeah, I saw this because true.
But itulah so biasalah dalam hobi-hobi ni adalah benda-benda macam ni. So
I would respect when Kokushibo came out, the resin Kokushibo came out like way before Mugen Train even, because siapa yang baca dia punya manga they definitely know. So that one I because I am not a fan of something isn't canon. So I'm not a fan of resin or GK. They are great pieces, I tell you. Macam Shinobu kan. Shinobu banyak tau. Even before, sebab Shinobu dia akan top nanti later lah. Tapi banyak dia punya resin keluar with butterflies and everything. I'm not a fan of non-canon like that, but I would appreciate the arts, tapi I wouldn't, because dia tak ada somewhere contribute back to the original creator.
That's the problem. It's not licensed.
Yeah, it's not licensed.
Aku nak tahu point yang Mira raise tadi.
Sila.
You mentioned that Bandai dia tak kisah the plot is shallow as long as the
Gunpla.
Well, so the thing is, Gundam Build Fighters
GBF
has one of the simplest plots. It is a team of budak-budak building Gundam, fight with other Gundam builders.
Ni macam tengok tak yang dia punya metaverse tu, announcement tu? Ya tu kan.
Nangis sebab ada nampak 2-3 kali nak beli. Aduh.
But anyway,
dia punya plot is still cohesive and makes you care for the series.
For the characters,
even though it was designed to be like, okay, ini in fact I can show you some of the kits right now. Now, okay, we make this unit. It's like super gila pabing. It's just to sell the kit, you know. And they have like review of this kit. So bila banyak kit tu, they're like, let's just push this series to sell kits and to sell the concept of you can customize and do whatever you want. Tapi it was written so well. It came to the point where that's why dia ada sampai 2, 3, 4 sequels.
The first two for me lah. Lepas tu macam bila dia masuk, dia jadi pilot.
Diverse aku dah.
Diverse
But still, the whole concept of the fact that you are selling kits with a shallow story, but it was done well. So this story is trying to sell kits, but the story is shallow in a different way. Dia macam like, macam tak committed tau.
Somehow, since the kids is doing well, the story macam tak matter sangat.
Yeah. The obsession with Suleta and the Ariel lah is the thing that is driving the film. Weirdly Suleta sampai sekarang aku punya figure standard tak sampai lagi tau.
supplier dok cakap cut stock. Ada Miorine je. Yeah, I know. Do you know how much it goes right now? Suleta went up to 300 dah. Dia punya FRS.
Agak-agaknya why you think tak ada stock from your supplier? Dia tengah pegang tu, sorry ya, ni kena tak naik harga. This is the batch, the next batch. Batch 1 bang, we know it's batch 1.
Tahu tak apa. Itulah. So for me, I yang jenis yang sebab for me a collector. So I don't mind waiting for a long time. And I'm like, if you don't have it, then you don't have it. You don't have to, you know. So dia pun cakap, oh okay, ni dia tak boleh, yang ni tak boleh nak tipu lah dia cakap. So
unless
for me,
you say harga lock sampai je kita bagi then okay, terima.
Yes. Ada setengah yang jenis nak apa, especially scalpers kan. So on that note, memang for me kalau nak cakap weirdly sekarang siapa nama Gale punya kit pun sekarang running out of stock. Suddenly Daryl Faraday memang rindu plot cerita macam Gundam Iron Blooded. Well, Zulfadli, okay, I'm gonna point out satu benda lah. I think if I have like 10 friends yang watch Iron Blooded Orphans kan, I am probably the only one yang can say I would appreciate watching season 2 of IBO. 9 memang akan cakap menyesal tengok season 2 sebab season 2 for me is dia macam ultimate closure lah, ada closure. Tapi kalau nak cakap season ada, semua diorang cakap season 1 dah cukup, cut off. Diorang dah ni kira, dan sebab semua orang tak puas hati sebab Mika mati kan. Like, for me dia macam Harry Potter lah. Harry Potter pun supposedly kan mati kan, tapi last minute kena ubah ending kan. Tapi for me no, I think dia punya death is Tadashi. How dia righteous death.
Ada satu soalan ni. Saya ada jumpa
FRS Soleta. Figure standard yang Gunpla. Sebab hari tu
Gunpla yang orang tu kan.
Ya. Sebab
tapi
beginning this year
tengkuk dia panjang. Rasa macam tengkuk dia panjang.
Okay. Sebab I ada attend agak Bandai Namco punya exhibition this year sebab my friend tak dapat pergi. So I went on behalf of the store. So dia ada mention ni tau, starting this year Bandai dia punya direction, kalau macam nak tengok price figure dia banyak yang macam standing punya ataupun price figure yang biasa-biasa lah macam K-Posket ataupun macam yang standing character dia berdiri je, ada yang action je. But this year dia nak push semua, ada bukan sahaja Gunpla tapi anime series yang ada price figure pun dia nak buat macam Gunpla juga. Macam contoh My Hero Academia, dia ada satu tau entry EG, dia macam Gunpla tapi dia entry grade untuk Deku. So for this year suddenly sebab IBO pun tak ada lagi rasanya yang FRS ni figure standard ni, Gunpla dia push supaya orang dia sekarang ada Soleta dengan Miorine. Tapi dalam masa yang sama, like I said, and tadi Kudo mention dia punya tengkuk tu macam panjang. Okay, kalau nak tahu I will share foto lah nanti sebab Gundam betul lah, ada satu magazine nama dia Gundam apa yang aku beli ada satu magazine baru-baru ni, dia launch dia masukkan the whole macam mana nak betulkan apa yang tak betul dalam dorang punya tu. Dia nak push orang macam sebab I don't remember pasal Soleta punya parts, tapi untuk Miorine rambut dia kalau tengok dia sebenarnya stems from, korang tahu tak ada, kalau tengok Gundam Hathaway, siapa nama perempuan Gigi Andalusia, dia ada figure tau, dia line glitter and glamour, tapi semua orang cakap dia tak nampak Japanese punya, bukan Japanese, dia tak nampak macam anime, dia tak anime accurate, dia nampak macam Disney character.
Because
so what
Hathaway punya character design semua macam mata kecil, you know, like normal.
Tapi but by right Gigi Andalusia bukan Japanese. Yang Japanese Bright Noah je, half lah. Sebab mak dia Japanese. Tapi Gigi Andalusia punya karakter tu memang nampak macam Disney gila. Mata dia tiba-tiba besar. So daripada situ banyak YouTuber tutorial, especially yang memang suka repaint. Dia repaint balik siapa figure Gigi Andalusia tu jadi macam nampak anime accurate. So daripada situ nampak lah trending diorang nak karakter tu pun nak buat untuk macam Gunpla. So what I'm saying is bukan ada satu magazine lah dia cakap dia ajar step by step macam mana nak betulkan macam orang kata manufacture error.
I see.
So faham tak? Error bukan by intention tau. So dia nak push. So starting with FRS tu lah. So sekarang dia cakap 120, 130 tak. Dekat Sabah dia dah reach 200 lebih dah. Siapa yang nak Soleta tu.
So FRS stands for?
Figure Rise Standard. Figure Rise Standard.
Okay. Anyway, before we go on to the final bit of our ni, ada satu komen lah dari Fadli kan. Macam tak percaya masa kecil-kecil dulu boleh hadam cerita Gundam Seed kat TV2. Dah besar baru tahu berat juga jalan cerita dia.
Gundam Seed kan.
Saya dah tua pun boleh agak cerita, baru nak percaya cerita ni very heavy.
Gundam Seed.
You should watch Macross. The original Macross punya storyline. Berat gila.
Apa Macross yang Robotech tu. Aku rasa Gundam lagi berat because mati dalam Macross macam, and then dia lawan alien kan. Alien dia pun tak habis.
Macross. Macross memorable death is Roy Fokker ya.
Yep.
Tak, I'm not shitting on it. I prefer Macross because I grew up on that first. Gundam.
Yalah.
There's the revelation that humanity and the Zentradi have a similar root at some point. You know, they all part of the aku tak ingat dia punya ni, but they all have a common ancestor kan. Mizi, kau ingat tak?
Something like that. Because kalau tengok
masa
Macross,
kecil aku just tengok apa robot, apa jet bertukar tu saja, tak faham sangat storyline dia.
That's answered in Macross Zero tak salah aku, which is a later anime where we show some civilization in the water, which is why the word
banyak the future Macross.
Tapi the thing is dia banyak macam sequel yang macam ni canon ke tak canon ke.
Aku masa mula-mula whilst I did buy the VHS, but then I started watching Macross Plus, and then masa tu kira dunia dah macam, you know, kalau orang tu dah kahwin kacuk dengan Zentradi adalah kan, tapi fikir-fikir Zentradi bukan besar, but I shall not ask lah
dia jadi
how
kecil.
they breed.
Itulah Max dengan Miria.
Oh, dia kecilkan badan dia?
Yeah, they have a micronization process.
Oh.
Yang kahwin dengan apa Zentradi tu Max dengan Miria. Kalau ikut Robotech, Dana tu jadi anak dia. Tapi kalau ikut original Macross, anak dia jadi Rockstar ke apa?
Macross 7 punya singa.
Macross 7 aku tak tengok. But anyway,
I have no idea.
Yeah. Kita ke segmen kita yang terakhir. Okay, saya punya harapan satu je lah. Bolehkah kita melihat pengakhiran kepada konflik keparat angkasa ni, atau adakah kita akan disajikan dengan musim ketiga tahun depan? I mean, but then again it's a bit premature lah because ada 7 episod lagi. Shall we go with Myra? What's your harapan for the next 7 episodes at the very least?
For the next 7 episode, hopefully sempat lah nak tahu jawapan macam mana Quiet Zero ni will be the ultimate solution to whatever dealing. For me, karakter hidup ke mati ke, for me belakang cerita lah. Cumanya for me yang paling penting I nak tahu Quiet Zero tu, memang I nak satisfy my teori juga. And then secondly, I just harap yang dia punya ending janganlah macam Mika Atra dengan Cordelia, please.
Mizi, harapan anda?
Since macam apa the kids are doing so well apa semua, I think dia akan cuba milk as much as possible.
They're going to what? Tak. Since the kids are doing very well.
Milk.
Oh, milk. Yeah.
They're gonna milk it as much as possible dan apa probably plot.
But we need a direction though. We
yes. Betul. We need macam
milk lah, tapi direction lah please.
Plot you kena macam apa yang you dah set up apa semua dah apa tu, and then you kena bagi tahu okay ke mana hala tujunya, apa plot utama saja. Quiet Zero ke konflik Earth lawan space ke, Prospera nak ambil apa anak dia Eri ke. So tu, but I doubt they care. Sebab macam
I think they care, but it's just taking a long time lah. But then again, IBO was 50 episodes. Now we only
52.
got 24 episodes.
52,
So
IBO was macam clear from the start. Apa dia yang dia nak achieve?
Goal.
Season 1 to get apa?
Fair enough.
To get the princess itu apa Canada Edmonton apa.
Sampai pun macam, oh, is that it? Kayak kita api tu. Syaz. Harapan.
Kita tengah susun Gundam.
Okay.
It's going to be a season, another season at least.
Yes.
Another season of 25. I will tell you the plot. Walaupun I tak tahu benda, ini plot Palatau. Suleta akan terkejut, pening bila awak dah akan jumpa balik dengan cucu akan bagi advice. So,
kau suka
story
cucu.
tamat tu.
Right.
So that storyline will end there. Miori ni akan kerjasama dengan apa nama mak dia tu? Mak.
Lady Prospera.
Prospera. They will actually get close to the Project Zero, and at the very last minute, Miori ni akan kena backstab. So Miori ni pula akan pening. Dia like, what's going on? Duel akan terperangkap. Dia macam like, my fight hari tu had no meaning because the machine kena shut down. So macam like, what's going on? Dia pun pening. Dia akan jumpa balik dengan the I will call the good guys lah. So in the meantime, Shadik pula dia punya plot akan succeed to take over the whole thing. Tu Prospera akan, oh, you have the power now, I join with your power, we will rule together for peace. At the end, and then at the end of the season, it will be revealed somebody from the good camp akan dapat information that Eri still exists as a person.
Dang.
So that will be the beginning of the resistance force.
Aduh,
the next season
macam Marvel dah ni.
lawan Prospera punya influence and to release Eri. So there will be another 50 kits to be sold in the next season lah. Lepas tu finale dia akan ada movie, ada 10 kit baru.
Bankrupt aku.
So kita akan bentuk 10 kits dalam Wish for Mercury.
Best video-video ni aku boleh buat video lain tau. So I can keep this video when we watch whatever that we're going to. Okay, seperti kita lihat 3 tahun yang lepas, Syaz berkata
apalah dia menggarut.
Throwback.
Tapi it makes sense. Macam Mizi kata, it's good to milk the series because orang tengah gila hype series ni. Bayangkan kalau Suleta berjumpa dengan Suleta tu.
Sudah satu cukup lah.
She find a whole room of Suletas.
I hope ada wujud somewhere a badass punya Suleta.
Yeah, and she'll be like, I am here.
Ke macam the one.
Jet
Li punya the one. You know, there's a badass one coming out. But for me, kalau nak cakap whether this is a premise for another season, then definitely yes lah juga. Sebab sikit sangat lah. One season 12 episod. 2 season dalam 25 episod kan.
Because
sebab
IBO, dia buat 2 core tau. Season 1 was 25.
Sama jugalah dengan season 2. Tapi in between season 1 dengan season 2, we have ada novel dengan manga. Yes, lepas tu sekarang there's a thing tau, realistic dia. Sebab sekarang ni even IBO ada Iron Blooded Orphan Uruzuhan Top yang sekarang ni eksklusif hanya dekat Jepun dalam dia punya G-App. So dia orang ada sekarang as of right baru semalam ke 2 hari lepas ada announce satu lagi another form of Hajiraboshi. So another form of Gundam yang tapi dia eksklusif dekat Japan punya market saja. So
when is that set? The time period? Masa tu hidup ke dah semua mati lah ke later on?
Dia in between. Rasanya in between season 1 season 2 yang Uruzuhan Tok.
Bukan dia selepas.
After ke? Macam 3-2 I feel after. Tapi
so,
dia
Mikazuki dah mati lah.
Ya.
Dah.
Kira yang dia punya cerita tu, after, bukan in between. In between tu yang manga. So dia punya after tu dia nak cerita pasal selepas yang kira macam the chaos dekat Arbrow punya tu area dah settle. So dia ni macam nak ni, tapi dia macam dorang macam nak imply yang anak konon lah, anak the second coming of Mika, sebab rambut macam Atra tapi dia bawa Gundam. Tapi I don't think so, sebab I nampak, korang ada nampak tak yang trailer ada anak betul-betul anak Mikazuki lah, dia pakai gelang.
Anak
It's
dia
for-
nama apa tengok? Mikazuki Akatsuki. Anak dia nama Akatsuki.
Akatsuki ke?
Bulan merah.
Yes.
Kau? Sebab
Ada kaitan dengan bulan lah nama anak dia tu.
Mikazuki
Akak
pun
merah.
kan. So I feel kalau macam there's gonna be another scene, tapi for me it's just I really need a change in terms of development in terms of Soleta punya karakter, sebab kalau dia still tanuki macam tu juga, then I've like tak tahulah, sebab trending kan sekarang ni trashman character.
Apa?
Ada tau, I don't know, maybe I read too much thread on Twitter yang cakap the trashman character ni macam trendy, sebab dia nak yang dah lah ini jenis yang ada second lead syndrome. So macam I have that. I never, bukan second lead syndrome yang macam yang suka second lead, macam contoh dalam Attack on Titan kan, semua orang gila Eren. I tak, I suka Levi.
Okay.
Macam dalam contohlah IBO kan, semua orang gila Mika kan.
Macam kalau siapa yang tengok MHA minat Bakugo saja, tak minat Deku. Macam tu.
Ya, betul. Dia for me
atau mak Bakugo. Tu siapa?
tak adalah. Tak adalah. Macam cerita MHA, semua orang main character memang Deku, tapi I paling minat Todoroki. So sama jugalah dengan Demon Slayer pun, paling minat lah orang cakap main character memang Tanjiro, tapi I minat Zenitsu or Gyu. That's why. So bila tengok dia parallel lah dengan from Mercury ni. Kenapa Suleta tu macam, that's why I tak kisah sangat tau dia punya karakter macam tu, sebab I'm focusing on Miorine right now. That's the thing.
Luckily there's another character
I think
worth looking at.
Miorine or Guajetu makes better protagonist because well fleshed out. You tahu dia punya konflik apa-apa semua.
Yeah.
So tapi itulah, you put Suleta kat depan tu, I rasa macam serabut.
Tapi it can be helped because kita dah start cerita ni dengan ibu bapa Suleta Suleta. So kalau if the main focus was on the Jetuk ke on the Rembrandt tu lain cerita.
Yes.
So they just wanted to say something.
Ada meme dulu aku pernah tengok 70s to 80s, all the protagonists, I can solve any problem you throw at me, macam Schwarzenegger, macam macam a lot of characters yang super buff, super can solve any problem. That was from the 70s to mid 80s. Then 80s to 90s, it is the era of with my training and my skill, I can from nobody I can be the true hero.
Zero to hero.
Correct, zero to hero. Then lepas tu 90s onwards is the era of the Nakama, the One Piece journey that never ends. With the power of friendship, I can solve all the problems.
Yes.
So at one point, I tak ingat 2000 something ke 2010 onwards, the current protagonist, saya lemah, saya tak boleh faham. It's like, wait, what happened to all the heroes from?
Sebab dia nak kita relate lah, dia nak kita relate.
Yelah. Aku tak nak cakap kau kata aku boomer.
Like, korang lemah sangat ke? Like kau lah.
Kudo boomer.
Tak, I mean like the Bill Fighter series, kita semua boleh relate tau. He wasn't a weak character, but he wasn't the strongest either. He was shown to be somebody who really worked hard for his dream and he succeeded to a certain degree lah. In the end, he got his wish one time, after that kena tapau non-stop lah by the greatest of them.
Also we also
very lemah.
But we also need to take a look on the demographic for this series juga. Because
Itulah.
demographic dia bukan seinen or shoujo josei. Dia shonen ataupun tak ada, dia bukan shoujo lah, definitely. Dia masih dia punya demographic masih shonen. So if we look at this in the mind of 12-year-old to 18-year-old, that's why diorang macam mungkin sebab that's why kenapa series Gundam MSG 0079 dia appeal sangat dengan from then to now, sebab dia selari dengan kita punya current perspective in life. Tapi bila budak nak appeal,
budak-budak dulu pun lain dengan budak-budak sekarang. Faham
yes,
tak?
yes.
12-year-old.
Tapi that's the thing, you see, dalam Bill Fighters season 2, they had a female pilot as well.
Yes.
There was a trio of characters. You had the main lead, the second lead, and then the female punya the final in that trio of the pilots lah. So the female pilot was also from Zero to Hero tau. Dia punya somebody who like did see tak tahu nak princess nyemut and everything. So macam like whenever I see Zuleta macam right, macam apa a deer in a apa
nampak
flashlight dia tu
headlight stun by headlight.
Tak, okay.
Lepas tu tak nampak technicality dia tau, macam mana dia orang pilot tau, for me lah.
Yes.
That's what I've been missing actually. Sebab bila tengok siapa Amuro kan Amuro kan bidang terjun. So daripada sebab dia ada working knowledge for physics. So I'm like okay lah, dia boleh navigate. Tapi bila tengok I think I can definitely relate dengan Mizi lah. Sebab Mizi kan cakap, dia mention yang macam mana skill pilot thing pun macam tak ada. Dia tekan-tekan je and then dia gantung, dia depend. Dia depends on permit, whether kau boleh handle permit score tu ke tak. And then bila part Gale masa dia second round pakai Daryl Belday pun bukan Daryl Belday ke yang warna merah. Dia pakai AI tau. Nama
susu ni tak ingat langsung dah.
Daryl Belday lepas tu
dulu pakai manual gear ada clutch, sekarang automatic semua.
Tapi bila dia pakai Lauda punya standard standard apa nama, aku tak ingat lah pula, yang warna turquoise tu kan. Tapi nampak lah dekat situ, di situ dia ada manual sikit lah, tapi still tak nampak how they navigate the whole thingy. Sebab definitely after you've gone through the episodes coordinator taken over the dalam seat so macam dalam MSG Double Online pun memang nampak macam mana dia punya ni, and then dalam IBO pun nampak macam mana Mikazuki navigate, and then we also did thoroughly being briefed by how Araya Vishnana to works. So I feel like there's something that's what's missing from The Witch from Mercury lah actually.
The thing The Witch from Mercury tak ada ace pilot.
Tak ada ace pilot. We do though. Bukan ni ke ace pilot? Siapa ni? Gale lah ace pilot kan?
Yang paling pilot ni
he was.
Ya, dia kan yang paling hebat. Even dalam Cathedra pun dia juga yang paling ni.
Ace pilot maksudnya adalah macam natural.
Tak nampak, dia verbal je. Yelah.
The series menganjing kita tau. Every time nak duel tak kisahlah skill pilot ke, robot hebat ke, yang penting result bro, result.
Yes, itu yang macam tengok Hunger Games kan. Perasan tak? Dia macam tengok Hunger Games, I'm like tengok announcement siapa mati kan. I'm like, itu je ke? Dia yang penting counter. Tapi ada juga yang orang cakap pasal part yang orang fokuskan yang sebab dalam seat pun ada fokus yang interface kan. Dia tengok masa yang Ariel yang first tu dia guna OS apa, tapi bila dah Eri dah kena reveal dia guna Eric Samaya punya OS, operation system. Tu yang diorang fokus je. Tapi we don't really see actually how they actually pilot. I think that would be a great punching punya scene lah to stick with the fans.
Anyway, so I guess with all that I think we can call it a day lah. We've done very well man, 2 hours. Because I thought aku macam buat soalan sikit lah. Yet we can go on for 2.5 hours. So kudos to all of you for for being able to, you know.
Yeah,
and-
again I've learned a lot lah sebab banyak juga series yang I belum tengok lagi, so I cannot refer back kan. Those one ni lah, you need to not only watch IVO lah. I think I'm gonna start with 0083 jugalah next for side story sebab this I think
13 episod je, cepat, very fast.
itulah after finish after this season. Dah lah
Anyway.
season ni 10 anime.
So nampaknya kita dah tiba di penghujung sesi bedah kita malam ini untuk season kedua Mobile Suit Gundam Witch from Mercury episod 13 ke 17, dan diharapkan penonton di rumah terhibur dengan ulasan kami malam ini. Untuk sesi kami yang akan datang, kami berharap untuk memberi ulasan secara live stream untuk siri anime Kimetsu no Yaiba The Swordsmith Village Arc, mana kami akan membincangkan episod 2 hingga episod 7 dalam tempoh 2 minggu lagi, hari Ahad waktu yang sama 9 malam waktu Malaysia atau 1 PM Greenwich Mean Time, 28 hari bulan Mei 2023. So kita nanti jumpa kat situ in 2 weeks time ya. So kepada anda yang baru ke sesi kami, jangan lupa untuk melanggan, berkongsi dan tenyeh butang like untuk kedua-dua laman YouTube STOMACHOFCHAOS dan BuzzPopTV, laman pop culture. So keramaian Malaysia, supaya anda tidak ketinggalan untuk sesi kami yang akan datang. Dan jika anda ingin menonton sesi-sesi kami yang lain sebelum ini, selain daripada archive live stream kami, laman YouTube STOMACHOFCHAOS juga mengandungi video-video ringkas yang mengambil tema spesifik dari perbincangan kami yang lampau. So sekali lagi terima kasih kepada anda kerana sudi bersama kami, kepada rakan panelis saya hari ini, Otsukare sama Deshta, kepada Myra, Mizi dan juga Syaz, dan saya Kudo Maharizu.
Fiction.
Iyo desu.
Tadi kata Federation.
Weh, dah tukar nama. Anyway guys.
Macam mana?
Okay.
Dapat ejen.
Bye guys.
Bye.
Salah korang.